I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to P, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
All right, party people in the place to be. What's good, everybody? Clap your hands, everybody. Everybody, clap your hands. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good, party people, man? It's good to see y'all, man. Good to be with y'all, man. The Knicks at Night podcast in the building. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know we about to get into it. Y'all know we about to get into it. Let me shout out my people. Wilson Ding is in the building. Justo11 is in the building. B-Baller for real is in the building. Andios was good. Was good. Jake was good, man. It's good to see y'all, man. Man. Y'all to get this party started? Let's go. Yeah, man. Man, I'm excited, man, about this conversation that we're about to have. Yeah, man, it's a lot to talk about, right? So I want to briefly start. Well, I want to start with the Dallas Mavericks loss because I talked about it a little bit yesterday. Just wasn't in that. In the frame of mind yesterday to talk about the Dallas Mavericks loss. Nothing against the Mavericks or the Knicks or any of that stuff, right? Just want to talk about it some. Man, yesterday I had a issue going on, so I didn't really get to Jake says, yeah, hey, well, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man. I'm gonna do this thing first, and then I'm gonna put the link out there for everybody. All right, I want to talk about a few things first before it turned into, before we talk about a bunch of other stuff, right? So I want to talk about the loss yesterday, and I'll be quick, right? We lost to the Dallas Mavericks, so what? We lost to the Dallas Mavericks, man, and my mindset on that loss is, so what? You're gonna lose games during the season. No team is gonna go 82-0. You know what I mean? Dallas beat us. They beat us. Every team during the season is gonna have a loss like this. I mean, sometimes we are gonna be the one that beats a better team, i.e., the Knicks beat Philadelphia, and then sometimes we're gonna lose to we're gonna be the team that takes the L. I.e., we lost to Dallas. Right? Oh man, did y'all just see the news? Jalen Brunson is out against Memphis. That is concerning. That is concerning. Desmond Bain is a game time decision. Marcus Smart is out. John Morant out for the season. Okay. Okay. Well, we lost to Dallas. We lost to Dallas yesterday. It wasn't one of those losses where I felt like, we need to trade Brunson, trade Randle, fire Tibbs, clean out the front office. Man, it's just one loss, man, out of 82. Now I know we have like 16 losses or something, but it's a part of it, you know. And so I'm not gonna overreact. And to be quite honest with you, if we lose to Memphis without Jalen Brunson, I'm not gonna. I think I have a meme somewhere for it. This is not gonna be my reaction if we lose to Memphis without Jalen Brunson. Where is it? I'm not gonna. Ah! Yeah, I'm not gonna overreact if we lose to if we lose to Memphis tomorrow or today, right? But what I will say though, what I will add is a lot of the things that you guys have been saying, I think you guys are right. I have a little consternation though with your follow-ups on it. Like I read you guys' comments a lot, right? I read a lot of you guys' comments. You know what I mean? And but my thing is with some of those comments, I think we get kind of reactionary with the comments. So it's like a situation where you guys will say something like, the Knicks need one more piece and things of that sort. And then you'll see an article of what teams are asking for that piece. And then you'll change your mind and say, no, man, we may as well let Deuce do it. And so what I say to you is if your first mind was um if your first mind was, yeah, we need another piece, then maybe you were right. Maybe you were right. Like instead of, because I know what I noticed in Nick's universe is that we jump around a lot. Right? We jump around a lot. Like when things come out in the media, we jump around a lot. And what I'm gonna say to everybody is whatever your first mind was, and I understand it. I understand what it is, I'm saying that the wave that you guys are on, at least I think so, because I think we're on the same wave. Right? I'm a fan just like you guys. So I think when you guys say something smart, for the most part, I think everybody agrees. It's just what happens is when we get new information, instead of us understanding that it's new information and we should take into account reasonable thinking should prevail, we don't do that. We won't do that. What we'll do is overreact. So we'll overreact to something, even though our first mind tells us basically what is really true. So we lost to Dallas, not because we needed an extra player. We legit played terribly. Jalen Brunson played a terrible game in Dallas, and he stat padded his way to impressive numbers. I mean, that sums it up for me. He played a terrible game. And listen, I'm not bashing Brunson. I'm not saying trade Brunson. What I'm saying is in an 82 game schedule, no one player is going to be at their best performance wise every game. No player is going to be at their best performance wise every game. You know, it's as simple as you have good days and you have bad days. You have good days and you have bad days. It is what it is. Jalen Brunson against Dallas had a bad game. So what? Things happen. You know, things happen, man. No one player is absolutely perfect. And as Knicks fans, we shouldn't expect a player to be perfect every game. We should expect them to give an honest effort every game. Give an honest effort every game, and at the end of the season, let's look at totality and not now. Do we want them to step up in big games? Yes, but if you're a fan, it seems as if every game is a big game. We make storylines for every game, right? Like a mid-January game against a team in another conference, we turn that into a big game. Oh man, Luka's out. Jalen Brunson is coming home. Did you hear what Mark Cuban said about Jalen Brunson's parents? Audio in the building. Audio says, did Randle give an honest effort in that last rebounding play? Yeah. So we're talking about Jalen Brunson right now. Focus, bro. Focus. We'll get to Randle, but this is one of the things that I'm talking to you guys about. Like the thing is, if Jalen Brunson has a bad game, we are looking at Julius Randle's rebounding on the last play. You see how immature that look. We're talking about Jalen Brunson not having his best game, and you point out that Randle didn't rebound on that last play. This is exactly the reason why I brought this topic up, right? Because at first I thought it was pettiness, but it's not. I think a lot of us believe one thing, and then as soon as something happens, we point to another thing. Like this is no. If Brunson played an average Brunson game, there is no rebounding on that. That it's not even a factor. If we get average Jalen Brunson, you don't have to point out to one play, because I could point out to several plays in the game, right, where guys just didn't. Yeah, we can point to. Hey, listen, I can point to the fact that we cut the lead to 1. And that game would have been a tie game if Jalen Brunson didn't get a technical. See how we can get deep into this rabbit hole of stuff? If Jalen Brunson didn't get a technical foul, when we cut the lead, we'd have tied the game. We can do this. We can do this stuff all day. What I'm pointing out is I'm talking about Jalen Brunson first, and then I'll talk to the Randle stuff, because the Randle stuff is bigger than one game. I was going to get to Randle. But the Randle stuff is more than one game. But I'm specifically talking about the Jalen Brunson topic now, and then I'll get to the Randle stuff. Because Randle is not above criticism. Randle has not been rebounding for about a month. Julius Randle, who I expect to get you about 10.5 rebounds a game, has been getting us like 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds. So we'll get to the Randle stuff. What I'm talking about is the Jalen Brunson stuff, right? And I'm not saying Jalen Brunson is perfect, but as the leader and the point guard of the team, we gotta have like these moments, right? Cowboy Bob is in the building. What's good, Cowboy Bob? Say what's good, bro. Let me see. Let me get the audio. Says I came in when the effort came. Nah, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. What I'm saying though is this game right here. Brunson you can tell Brunson was off. Now maybe Brunson had a bad game in this game, because he was already injured and that's why he's out for the Memphis game, that might be a possibility. But what I'm gonna say though is this, man. What I'm gonna say is this about the Brunson thing. The Brunson thing is when you're down, say a few points, when you're down 5, you're down 4 late in the game, it's a 2-possession game, and guys are open on the perimeter, Jalen Brunson, you got to pass that ball, man. Now, I know for people that look back at the box score, they'll say, hey, Jalen Brunson had 30 points and all that. Yeah, that was the most meaningless, those 30 points, man. Yeah. Those were the most useless points. Right? Those points, man, when you looked at Brunson, you're like, if Brunson had an average game, I think the Knicks win this game going away. But you got to have the leader of the team. The leader of your team has to be more steady than selfish. I watched the game and I was told that we lost the game because it was Tibbs' fault. By multiple people blame this game on Tom Thibodeau, saying we should have double teamed Kyrie Irving earlier. We should have switched up coverages on Kyrie Irving. And in my mind, I thought, Allow Wise is in the building. In my mind, I felt as if we just didn't have the requisite energy to play. I felt like since the tip of that game, I felt from the tip, the Knicks didn't bring energy. I thought they felt like Dallas was going to lay down and get blown out. And they did not. I felt like the Mavericks had something to prove, and the Knicks were reading the press clippings. That's what I felt like. I felt like certain players on the Knicks felt like they could just show up, and the Mavericks would just lay down and let them walk all over them. Should that be the case for professionals? No, but it happens. People are people. People are human. I felt like the Knicks were letting Dallas. The Dallas ran one play to death, and the Knicks couldn't stop it. Y'all know the play. I mentioned it last night. I mentioned the play last night where Dallas ran. They basically screened away and had a driving lane. Man, if I see Josh Green go to the rim one more time, Josh Green to the rim, to me, is crazy. Josh Green was a young player struggling to find his way, and boy, did he find his way against the Knicks. He found his way. He, Derrick Jones Jr., and then when we tried to stop them at the rim, they kicked out off of that to Tim Hardaway Jr. That reminded us every now and then he can get hot from 3. Every now and then he can get hot from 3. Now, the Kyrie Irving thing, listen, we can't complain about Kyrie Irving type players, right? Kyrie Irving was the number 1 pick in his draft, and he was the number 1 pick for a reason. So the fact that Kyrie Irving got his is not even an issue to me, because if you expect Jalen Brunson to get his against anybody, then what do you expect from the number one pick in his draft playing the same position? He can get whatever he wants whenever he wants it, right? Kyrie Irving is a Hall of Famer. Kyrie Irving is a Hall of Famer. He'll get whatever he wants whenever he wants it. Kyrie Irving is a weapon, right? So, but my thing with Jalen Brunson is this was the time that this Mavericks game was, to me, it was the time for Jalen Brunson to rally the troops. Be like, and look, guys, I don't have it tonight for one reason or another. I want you guys to help me. I'll help you help me, right? Pass and get guys open, man. Get these guys shots and things of that sort. Now, last night, I think the Knicks missed 45 shots last night, right? It's a crazy trend going on, right? The Knicks missed 45 shots and missed 6 free throws. No one person was agree. Well, Quentin Grimes missed a couple of free throws, but we'll excuse that because Grimes usually doesn't miss free throws, right? But last night was the night for Jalen Brunson to pull his guys together and say, "Hey, man, listen, I don't have it tonight, man. Help me, help you. I'm gonna help you guys help me, basically, right?" East Blue Drew was in the building. And so that was my thing with it. I saw a lot of gambling last night on defense instead of staying in lanes, right? Instead of staying in lanes, there was a lot of gambling last night. A lot of hero ball home run type plays, undisciplined on defense. I also saw a lot of guys turning down open shots instead of stepping into shots confidently. And that's what one of the things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about that in the topic after next, but I want to speak about Julius Randle really quickly. So Julius Randle last night had 6 rebounds, right? And y'all know this frustrates me from a power forward position, right? I'm not knocking Randle. Randle, for the most part, has been playing much improved ball, right? But for the month of January, our all-star power forward is averaging 28.8 points per game and 4.5 assists, right? But his turnovers are up. He's averaging 3.5 turnovers. That's an issue. And we're going to talk about turnovers. And at the same time, I want to talk to you about Julius Randle's rebounds being down, right? Julius Randle for his career is a 10 rebound a game guy, right? In December, he averaged 8.9 rebounds. In November, he averaged 9.9 rebounds. October, he averaged 11.3. So y'all follow me on this. Tell me what you draw from this conclusion. October 11 rebounds. November 10 rebounds. December 9 rebounds. January 7 rebounds. Y'all tell me what y'all think the trend is. Y'all tell me what the trend is. Right? I personally think the trend is Randle putting all of his effort in scoring right? I personally think Randle's defense is consistent, but not consistent at a high level. I think it's consistently mediocre, right? I think it's if on a scale of 1 to 10, I think Julius Randle's defense is a 5, right? You would want star players' effort on defense to at least be a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? But you can't have those plays where it looks as if you don't care. Golly, I ain't going out there. And if you don't go on a miss, can you at least grab the rebound? No, he doesn't do that either. So if you don't close out on defense on the perimeter and you don't rebound, that's effort. What are you saving that energy for? Oh, I know. Scoring. Right? So Randle is Randle saving that energy for scoring? Quite honestly, I would prefer a Randle at 25 points and 11 rebounds, maybe a block and a half, than Julius Randle averaging 29 points a game and 7 rebounds. Right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the tricky part of that. So with Randle doing that, we've also been winning. So here's the slippery slope. Can you criticize Randle's effort over the last 2 weeks if the team has only lost 1 game in the last 2 weeks or so? Yeah, you feel me? You see how delicate this thing is? Like, do you criticize Randle for being 29-7 and the team is winning because you prefer him to be 25-11, but when he was 25-11, the team was in the middle of the pack 500 team? Honestly, the team had been playing. I mean, I think the team is playing good, still playing good. They lost the game, so what? No team goes undefeated in the regular season, right? Teams are going to lose games. Boston got blown out by Milwaukee the other night. Things happen. Yeah, it's raining. It's pouring down rain in here. DSJ is in the building. DSJ says, salute to everyone in the chat. Salute Uncle Freeze says, welcome to Vanzans. Nah, never mind. Wayne Peterson is in the building. Cowboy Bob says, yes, everyone get it because they need to step and also him to rebound more. Look at the last minute with rebound. Yeah. I don't think that was an effort thing. I think that man was tired. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. Minutes. So I want to, okay. All right. So I got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about then. Okay. So the Randle thing is a conundrum and a paradox. And do you want him to be more of an effort guy and rebounder, which drains more energy from the team's best player who is not on, say, the deepest team? This team is not deep. Just because you have bodies don't mean you have quality bodies. And I think that's where we are. We don't have quality. We have depth, but all NBA teams have depth. I don't think the Knicks have quality depth. I think that's where we are with it. We don't have quality depth. We don't have Anybody in the front court that can challenge Julius Randle for minutes. For instance, if Julius Randle were to slip on a banana peel, do we have a guy to put in that role that can give you 70% of what Julius Randle gives you on a nightly basis? And that's what you want your backup to be. For instance, Jalen Brunson is out tonight versus Memphis, right? Do we have a guy that's going to give us 70% of what Jalen Brunson gives us? So about 70% of Jalen Brunson is about 19 points, 4 assists, and about 2 3-pointers. Do we have anybody off the bench that can come in and do that for us in starters minutes? About 19 points, about 4 assists, about a 3-pointer and a half. Do we have a guy on our bench that's capable of giving us that type of production? Right. Oh, you know what? And B-Baller for real says not many teams have that though. But here's the thing, B-Baller for real. This is the thing so chat. I'm operating under the assumption that the Knicks are championship contenders, right? So when this conversation is about the championship caliber teams, right? If they get hot, they can win a championship. That's so if you're just jumping in and hearing me speak, let me clarify. I don't care what the Detroit Pistons have. They suck anyway. I don't care about what Charlotte has. They suck anyway. Right? I don't care about San Antonio. I don't care about Portland. They suck anyway. The conversation is at a championship contention level. Right? That's why the title of the joint, are the Knicks one piece away from title contention? That's what I'm operating at. And so B-Baller for real, thank you for that. I appreciate that for you reminding everybody of that. Boulevard 73 in the building. He says, salute, peace. Shout out to the chat. We one piece away, family. Bam, thank you for that. And we want, and so B-Baller for real says there's no one coming off the bench that can give them 70% of what the starter can. Right. No, that's not really no. Right. I'll give you an example. I'll give an example. Right. Give an example. John Morant is out for the season and missed most of the season due to suspension. Right. You know who his replacement is? Desmond Bane is the shooting guard. You know who their point guard is? Right. Marcus Smart. The Denver Nuggets point guard is Jamal Murray. Right. The Denver Nuggets, their point guard is Jamal Murray. But if Murray was to slip on a banana peel, do you know who their backup point guard is? Reggie Jackson. I think Reggie Jackson can absolutely give you 70% of, and I'm talking about title contenders. I don't care what they're doing in Chicago. I don't. Right? I don't care what they're doing in Indiana. Right? Even though I think Nimhart can give you close to, and I'm saying close. Nobody is going to give you Tyrese Halliburton production, right? But I think Andrew Nimhart can hold it in the road, right? But when Jalen Brunson gets hurt, who are you going to start at point guard? What if Jalen Brunson is actually going to miss 3 or 4 games? Who are you going to start at point? And no, I'm not digging up the dead body of Emmanuel Quickley for this Emmanuel Quickley's career, right? I'm not digging up that for the sake of conversation, right? What I'm clarifying is that we have depth, but do we have quality depth? Is the conversation that I want to have, right? I'm talking about the Knicks as if they are championship contenders. I believe that we are. I believe that the Knicks are championship contenders. I don't this one game against the Mavericks, I'm not ready to go all chips ahoy on stuff, right? I'm not getting ready to say damn the torpedoes, right? What I'm saying, yo, JJ is in the building, quiet money is in the building. What I'm saying is the conversation going forward. Just think about this as I speak about the Knicks. I'm speaking about the Knicks as if they're championship contenders, right? I don't care what they're doing in Atlanta. But even in Atlanta, if Trey Young today were to slip on a banana peel, do they have a point guard on that roster right now that can hold it down until Trey Young gets back? It's what I'm pointing to. Yeah. So my point listen, teams have depth, but do they have quality depth? The Knicks have depth. Do they have quality depth? If Dante DiVincenzo goes down for 2 weeks, do we have a guy that can fill in for Dante DiVincenzo? Right. And here's the thing. So if you pluck someone off the bench to fill in for DiVincenzo, do you have the talent to backfill for that spot that was no longer on the bench? Say, for instance, DiVincenzo slips on a banana peel and you start Grimes. Do you have someone on the bench to backfill what Grimes gives you? And I know this conversation seems like it's going in a lot of different directions, and I don't want it to go there. That's why I wanted to clarify each point for what they were. That's the reason why I wanted to keep Randall out of the Brunson conversation, and I wanted to keep Brunson out of the Randall effort and energy conversation. Because the more you talk about one thing, the more it seems like you talk about other stuff. But what I wanted to do is ask you this: Is Randall saving energy so that he could score because we don't have scoring punch anywhere else? Is that dangerous? Is that dangerous? Right? Because that means if Randall is carrying the load scoring wise, right? If Randall and Brunson are carrying the load scoring wise, what happens if one of those guys misses a game or two or a week? That puts us in that situation where all of a sudden the guys that they were covering for, all of a sudden, those guys have to step up. But can they step up? Do those guys have an ability to step up? And if they do, why didn't they step up in the first place? Whereas Randall and Brunson didn't have to carry that load. It's a situation. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, right? I'm gonna ask if you join, make sure your audio and all that stuff is right. Make sure all your audio and all that stuff is good. Make sure you stay on topic. Whatever the topic is, just make sure you just stay on that. Just don't drift around and all that stuff. So, but yeah, if Randall is conserving energy, what is he conserving energy for? If Randall's rebounding numbers have say drifted off, if his numbers have drifted off during the season, why are those numbers drifting off during the season? Somebody tell me why a career 10 rebound a game guy. Somebody tell me why a 10 rebound, a career 10 rebound a game guy all of a sudden is averaging 7 rebounds.
Salute, guys. How you doing? Salute.
Good morning,
Hey,
gentlemen.
I don't have an echo, do I? Do I have an echo?
No, you're all
Okay.
good, my brother. All good over here.
Cowboy Bob, what's good, man?
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. How are you guys
Good morning
doing?
to
I'm
you
doing
too,
okay.
Bob. How you doing?
Good. Hey, man. Hey, you ready to host?
Hey, wow. I feel honored. Sure, let's go.
All right. So,
Wait,
all
you
right.
serious
So
right now?
I'm gonna be the panelist.
Interesting.
Jake and I are gonna be just rocking
Oh,
next to you, and you're gonna be in the catbird seat. What's your topic, bro?
oh, wow.
That's
Oh,
what,
Man,
yo.
that's
Cowboy
really
Bob.
good. I
I have
like
a
it.
question.
You don't
I have
just
a
jump
question for
on.
Cowboy Bob.
Yeah,
Now
Cowboy
go
If you
Bob.
ahead.
don't
You just
mind.
don't jump on and be the host without like some stuff, bro.
No, I
Cowboy
got you.
Bob.
I like
If
this.
the,
Go ahead and ask your question, and I'll be prepared in 1 second. Just give me a second to readjust myself. That's
sure,
all. I was just
absolutely.
not expecting that.
It's
Yeah.
Go
just
ahead,
one
All right.
sir.
question. I'll let you do the
So
talking.
we'll keep it. So we'll stay on the Randall conserving energy topic. So Jake, how do you feel
Okay.
about that, bro?
With the Randall, what do you mean? Refer to the rebounds going low, or what do you mean in general?
And the defense not being consistent at a high level.
Oh man.
Is it because
Honestly,
the
in
thing
my
is
opinion,
okay.
the way I've been watching the games, how they play, I think their defense is consistent, but needs improvement, major improvement. That's what I would say if I was actually watching how they play. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Right. Right.
But for Randall, I think he's doing okay. I think he's just doing his thing. He's still trying to figure out his game. He's trying to change it. I heard he's been changing his game, like how he plays on the court. I think that affects everything that is going to be good.
I apologize. My Wi-Fi went out
He
for a
been
second.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, we did kind of speak about this earlier when Mitchell went down. We were talking about how we looked at his rebounding affecting everybody, but he was still doing good rebounding at that time. But the thing is as a veteran, if you really notice it, I would blame Randall because he's doing the responsible thing. And if your leader is doing the responsible thing and you're giving it, you're going at him, it shows the rest of the team that they also have to step their game up. That's what I'm talking about with coaching and everything. So for Randall, him being a veteran, losing Mitchell, he didn't focus so much on rebounding. He actually decided to focus on scoring because he saw that we needed more offense. That's the part that I agree with Randall. So yes, he's conserving his energy more for offense. And there are several plays where you can see where Brunson's trying to force it to him to be more offensively given. Look at the Dallas game. Randall had the ball, gives it to Brunson. They cut the pass off. Randall bobbles it for a few seconds, kicks it back to Brunson. Brunson then kicks it to Precious Achua. Then he goes around the back screen, catches the ball at the three-point line, head fakes, drives to the basket, and then kicks it out to Randall to where Randall does another head fake at three-point, jab steps, and then takes a three-point shot. All of that for Randall to take a three-point shot to me makes me realize that everyone's trying to back Randall and make him be the guy they rely on and have Brunson take advantage while he's hot. That's what I see. So for me, yes, we do blame Randall for only focusing on scoring, but he did step up in what we need.
Okay.
Also, can I say, like, I put another like thing to say about the Memphis game coming up before we start? If that's cool with you, Freezy.
Yeah.
So you said that Brunson is hurt, right? He's not going to play on
Yeah,
versus
he's not
Memphis. Is
gonna
that what
play.
you mentioned before?
Yeah.
I just found out today that John Morant is also out, but also Desmond Bain and Smart got hurt recently too.
Yep.
So if they come out as well, we I don't care if we how they play, we're gonna win anyways. They still
He's
got
not talking.
Randall.
See that,
He's
but
not talking about
that's
that.
the trap though. See,
Yeah,
the trap is that's the trap. So
Don't
we
have to worry
already
about
had that
Jaren
mentality
Jackson.
against Dallas.
we already had that mentality against Washington the last two games before that, and we were at negative under what their team average against. Think
And,
about it. If you're playing Washington like a bum team, how are we -5? But when we play against Philly, we're +17. Like they're giving up 125 points. We went above 17 points of what they were giving up all season to other teams against Philly. But then when we play Washington, we only going -5 to what the rest of the league is doing against Washington. That's what I'm trying to say. So you could see those two previous games. If you actually look, we played bad, and then we lost to Dallas. This was to be expected.
And also, when it comes to the Randall conversation, I would keep an eye on the matchup between Triple J, bro. That's the key matchup for that game that I'm looking to see. Randall versus Jaren Jackson Jr. I think that's gonna be a
That's the
temporary thing.
trap.
He could, you know what
But
I
see,
mean?
that's the trap because if you look at it, Triple J is just gonna play his game. Is Randall gonna come out and be aggressive and get into foul trouble, or is he gonna get a lot of turnovers because of that spin that he's been doing lately that they're now calling travel?
Right, right. I heard
He
that. I
comes
heard
out
that.
too aggressive. Randall needs to just focus on being Randall. The Randall that we see, like sometimes it's good, like he shows emotion. He's like, yeah, y'all a little. He's flexing. We like that. But the consistent Randall, like even Unc said it. Seeing him at 24, 20. I mean, I said it too, but I'm just reiterating on his point. But seeing him score less and rebound more and play a little bit better defense would help the team overall win than him just shining. I think that Randall is at a crossroads where he's trying to become that guy, sort of like how Melo was, where Melo was like, "Hey, I'm the dominant scorer. I'm the one that's going to take the team on my shoulders." He's kind of trying to do that to me.
I was speaking of like the matchup from the depth that between the Memphis and New York. I was just saying it's an easy matchup for us. I'm saying we
Not
should
it's
be able to
not
win that game, no doubt. But
because if you look at it, Triple J got an advantage on iHeart, and then what's that going to force? Is going to force iHeart to get. Let's say if he gets into foul trouble, now we're really in hurt. So if you really look at the matchup, even if you're looking at the matchup of Triple J and Randall, when Randall's not on the court and Hartenstein's on him, Hartenstein got fouled quick last game. That's another
what
thing
about
that hurt us.
yeah? I was gonna say
And
what
his
about
foul,
Chua?
and
You think
but
Chua?
even Achua was playing well. I'm not saying he was playing what he should have been playing, but he played better
No,
than
he
I
wasn't.
expected.
He was
No, I'm
Precious
just saying
Achiuwa
would you
wasn't
if you
playing
didn't have a
well.
center to use if Hart
Precious
got
Achiuwa
hurt,
wasn't
would you
playing well.
play
Precious
Chua?
Achiuwa was trash yesterday. He just got layups at the basket that made it look like he was playing good. But Josh Green and them was hitting layups at the back. Who are we talking about? What was the topic again? I thought we had a topic out here
He
now.
said Randall. He said Randall a Triple J matchup. That's what he was talking about, and I was trying to show him the mismatches, and then Precious Achua got brought up as well. So he was talking about the matchup of Randall and Triple J.
I'm listening. I'm actually interested in hearing what y'all have to say about that.
Now, like I said, it's a good matchup, but the flaws are if Hartenstein get in foul trouble, or if Randall does, we're hurt. It doesn't matter how good they could play offensively; it's the defensive end. That's what a lot of people overlook now with all this high scoring offense. And I think the league, with their high scoring offense that they've had been having, is going to start to die down. I think all this hype of
Yeah,
high scoring and good games was because of the tournament. I'm not even
Yeah,
going to lie to you.
Cowboy Bob, you analyze a no. Throw a topic
All
out
right.
there because you analyze a no. You're
Okay.
not
Okay.
you're not yeah.
So
You
with Triple
see
J,
how the thing
okay,
is going in.
I got you. I
Just
got
say a
you.
topic. Just say a name, and then we'll talk about the name.
So with Triple J, you think that Triple J doesn't have an advantage, but what about the rest of the team with Memphis?
I don't care about Memphis.
No, no, okay, okay.
I mean, personally,
So
I don't care about because it's not the Grizzlies at Night podcast.
he's speaking
no,
of
no, no. I'm
Knicks
talking about our
terms.
next game. That's what I was doing. I was trying to talk about our next game to see where he can see the matchups if there's any other advantages because he brought up Triple J, and I'm like, are there any other matchups you see? Because to me, I don't think that that's a favorable matchup for us. I think it's favorable for Dallas. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we have in our favor. We don't have
But
Brunson.
yeah,
We're hurt. We really need him, regardless of what anybody says, because if you look at OG is a good contributor when it comes to scoring and when we need him to get involved. But how much is he really going to score? He can't even pick up the 20 points from Burnson or 19 points from Burnson. So we really are weak. This is a real test of our team.
You rely on Dante to shoot the ball more. You get
Okay,
Grimes to shoot lights out too.
but then what you're doing is you're forcing Dante to become the actual ball handler. So he's not going to be shooting as much.
I mean, he has done that both right recently in this, before. It's not like he's his first time doing it. They could give him a try, or they could start Deuce McBride and get Dante, let Deuce McBride ball out.
But then who
You
backs
know.
him up? But see, that's what I'm saying. Why I feel this is a trap game, because not only are we injured,
Oh,
but then who are the backups when not only we fall in foul trouble or we need minutes?
so you're just saying that it could be a trap because the way out their identity is how they play, right?
Yes, because we don't play defensively, we don't play offensively, we play physical. Every
I
time
got you. I got you.
we
Okay.
won, yeah, we won through a physical game, and like we saw against Dallas, they actually played just as well as we did and actually beat us with their length.
Yeah, I didn't see the game. I was at work that night when they played Dallas, but I hear you though. I heard a lot of
Okay,
disappointment.
all right. So Brooklyn Buddy, what is that? Butterhead? How you say his name? Buddhahead?
No, that's Brooklyn Buddha.
Oh,
That's
Brooklyn
our
Buddha. My
that's our
fault.
Brooklyn
friend.
Buddha.
I gotta put my glasses on. I apologize, Brooklyn
Brooklyn
Buddha.
Buddha is one of the Brooklyn Buddha is one of the day ones. He one of the goats of the channel,
I
bro. He from
apologize.
day one, bro. He was here he was here before a lot of people were here, bro. That's Brooklyn Buddha, bro.
Brooklyn Buddha. Thank you for your
Brooklyn Buddha is one
contribution.
of the guy. Him and JJ, they like the godfathers of the channel, bro. You gotta
Brooklyn
He's a
respect
Buddha.
it.
veteran
Wilson Ding
YouTuber.
too, bro. You gotta respect it. You gotta put some
Brooklyn
respect on
Buddha.
their names.
Brooklyn
He's a
Buddha.
veteran
Thank you for your
YouTuber.
Brooklyn Buddha
contribution.
is like the godfather of Lawrence Tears, man. You gotta put some respect on his name.
Yes, sir. I am.
Hell
I'm
yeah!
saying thank
Salute
you
to
for your
you, Brooklyn Buddha.
contribution.
Salute to you.
Yeah.
Yes. So you said, so are we one player away? I say no. I say we're two.
I say two as well, honestly. If we're
And the
talking
two
to the
key,
contenders.
we're one key star away, whether it's an all-star or a guy that has the potential to become an all-star. But we are one backup that I think we could sign later on down the line before free agency, like a good key backup for Randle.
Or a shooting guard that could shoot a good bucket getter or something like that.
Yeah, but those are hard to find because everybody's looking for that. That's the problem we have. What we have is we have a great balanced team, but everything that we need, everyone else in the league is looking for it too.
What about if you have like a role player that's good, that's a playoff experience type of guy like Brogdon? Would you want him? Maybe he can mentor the young guys.
Hmm.
He has playoff experience before in history. He won Sixth Man of the Year. I would rather, if honestly, the only option I would assume that we might have a chance of getting is Brogdon.
But see,
I'm all for it.
yeah, but see, that's the thing though. What are we giving up for Brogdon? See, a lot of these guys that we are gonna add, we're gonna lose what
It
little
depends
depth
on
we
what
do have.
Portland wants.
Because most likely, okay,
Yeah.
who- let's assume that we have this offer of getting Brogdon. Most likely, we're gonna have to give up Grimes and or
Yeah, that's what I
McBride
was gonna say.
and draft
Grimes,
picks.
first round picks. Yeah.
So then now you get rid of a shooter off the bench who has the potential to give you a good 10, 12 points off the bench, as well as give you a little bit of good defense. And you also lose a ball handler in McBride and defense from McBride for Brogdon. And then now you're down two guys to one just for Brogdon. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we're gonna have to basically do a 2-for-1 with draft picks.
Or if I may I say, you could put Brogdon at shooting guard.
Yeah, but that shooting guard is gonna
He's
cost
played
us
off the
like
he's
three
played shooting guard
players.
before too, in Milwaukee days.
Hmm. It's crazy because now that we see how the team has actually operated and how they played, you can actually see what we really need. But it's going to be very difficult for us to get it. So for
We
me, we're
also
two
have
players
flexible
away.
positions. Like those Knicks team have flexible positions. They can be flexible. They can play the 1, the 2, 3, or the 4.
That's what we missed.
Who
That's what we
flexed
actually
him?
missed from. That's what we actually missed from RJ. And I hate to say it because RJ can play small forward and shooting guard, and we really don't have that guy that can play small forward and shooting guard well to where we can use his diversity. Don't get me wrong. Grimes would have been a good fit, but he's not consistent. But if
That's
we
what I'm
had a
saying. Yeah.
player, if we had a player that we can switch at the shooting guard position, that would help out DiVincenzo a lot. But we don't
For
even have that.
sure.
So that's why I say I feel we have two guys away. We need a guy who can cover the forward position, either forward and center or forward and small forward, and then maybe we could switch it up to where we can add height, to where we have a guy who can actually give us that height we need, to where we can move maybe OG to, I don't know, the shooting guard at times. I know that's
So at
crazy,
so
but
right. So at shooting guard, you want a starter for a
yeah,
trade. If you want like
no,
a backup power forward, you need a bench. Is that what you're trying to say as well?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm saying like right now, that's what I feel we need because we need someone to control the offense in case something happens with Brunson, as we currently see. We also need someone who can score, not a whole lot, but is off of limited shots and score. Like if you look at like Unc said, he didn't want to hear about anybody else, but I'm not gonna add those guys in right now. But if you look at everything, we need a guy that facilitates and score, as well as a guy who could push the issue down low and give us some defense.
So starting two and a backup four. Okay.
Four/center, because Hartenstein, if he gets into foul trouble, his aggression is what I think everyone has been liking because it's offensive driven. But if you look at it, he hasn't been playing well. So if he gets into foul trouble or if he gets out of the game because he's tired or whatever, we're playing small and we're already at a disadvantage because if they attack us, we're losing. Look at how Dallas was playing when Hartenstein was out. They started attacking us, and then it wasn't until we started attacking and putting more defensive pressure on them, switching up the adjustments. Thank you, Tibbs. That's where we started breaking down their offense. And we did it a lot. We did it in the second half, brought it down within 8. I mean, by the first quarter, by the end of the second quarter, we brought it within 8. Then you look at the third quarter, we brought it within 10. Then we brought it within 8. Then we broke it down in the fourth, like the adjustments. Everything we were doing was all Tibbs, and we were able to keep up. But the sad part is we didn't have the energy at the end because if Randall was involved more rebounding earlier, we wouldn't need him in that last minute.
So we need another big. Is that what you're trying to say? That
Yes, a
could
big
back
and a
up Hartenstein.
yes, because like I hate to really say it. That's why I say I feel like those guys you can get on the back end towards the end of the the free agency. You can get those kind of guys like the veteran guys like that. But to be serious, as far as what we really need, if we're really 2 players away. But if we're really gonna go for the championship this year, you have to trade for someone that's gonna give you offense, a little bit of defense, limited usage, sort of like OG, but we need it at the guard position.
What
Hey,
passes?
hold on,
What
wait,
about
hold on.
yeah? What's good, Boulevard?
What up? What
Good
up? Yo,
morning,
what up,
sir.
Jake? What's up,
We're
bro?
chilling, my man. Just
How
chilling.
you?
And
What up,
Cowboy
Chilling.
Bob,
Billy?
when people come on the panel, you
BT,
gotta
what up?
BT, you gotta welcome people to the panel, bro. When they
I
come on the
did.
panel.
I said good morning, sir. How are you doing?
No, he didn't.
Boulevard. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on the panel. We appreciate your contribution to
Hey,
Knicks
hey,
Nation on this Blue Orange Tears. Good morning. We like to say
good,
thank you for reaching
Or
out, and we want to hear what you got to say.
Lawrence
Blue
Tier.
good morning,
Orange
BT.
Tears.
Good
I said
morning,
it right.
BT. My dude, BT, man. Cowboy
I'm under
Bob,
the gun,
man. What
man. The
up?
president got me in Vince McMahon mode. Like he just came
But
out. Vince McMahon came out with a chair.
so Cowboy Bob, back to the conversation with the centerpiece that
hmm
we need.
Hold
We
on,
Wait,
haven't
hold
mentioned.
on
Freezy,
now.
what
We
Hold
up?
on,
forgot
hold on.
about
Salute,
Mr.
salute.
Jake
Hold
just
on, hold
Robinson.
came
on,
in.
salute.
I
Hold
got
on, Jake,
Boulevard
salute.
just came in. Let him say his piece.
Yeah,
Boulevard,
yeah.
you got the
Salute
floor,
to the
sir.
chat. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Oh, my man, my brother, man, my half a brother from another mother, Freezy. You know what up? What up? What up? BT, you know, man. You know I got love for you. Jake, what up, dude? And in the
My
chat, what
fault,
up?
brother. What's going
hmm
on, my man?
I think we one piece away. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know who it is, but I think we one piece away, and we got to make it count. And y'all can rock from there. I'm right here. Salute, salute.
Agreed.
Salute.
I agreed on that, Boulevard. Agreed.
Jake, you got the floor, sir. Continue with your question.
My fault for interrupting.
Nah, it's cool.
So when you mentioned we need a backup big man, what about how do you feel about Mitchell Robinson since he may return soon this season? How would you feel about Mitchell Robinson coming back? Because you also have him too.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize, but the way I feel as far as the Knicks need to do with Mitch, we need to rest him. And if he's available for playoffs, give him a couple of minutes, see what he's like. But to be honest with you, just rest Mitch because you go out there and force him to do something, he gets hurt again, and the injury is even seriouser. Or even if he contributes and comes back in, and then Hartenstein goes down, we're still where we're at.
I agree with you, Cowboy Bob. I think they need to rest Mitchell throughout the season and get better next year.
What you think? What you think, Bully? Uncle Bull, where you at? All right. Well, for me, like we were discussing earlier, that what the
You need
Knicks
a
need,
big man to
we
trade
need a
for.
big man and we need someone that can play both. You know, we could alternate them.
Correct.
No, I'm
But
here.
there's
I'm
a
here. I'm here.
okay. No, I was asking you. I was like, what do you think about that with us if Mitchell comes back?
Um, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I think when Mitchell come back, he's definitely going to be back. I think he's going to be a big impact. But the way iHeart is playing right now, I think that iHeart might have to start for a little bit for Mitch to get back into the fold, and then we could start rocking and rolling. And I like how the team is playing. Even though we lost last night, I'm not even going to front on you. I'm not disappointed in that. Um, the way we came back and we got it down to 3 or 4 points to, maybe possibly win the game. I like the tenacity of what they came. And Julius is now fouling a lot and stuff like that. And Brunson is doing his thing. And I think he's going to probably be out for Memphis
Yeah, he's out for
tomorrow.
Memphis.
Okay,
Yep.
so he's out for Memphis. So I'm not saying that we're going to take an L on it. We're going to see what Deuce and them is going to do. But at the end of the day, I think we one piece away. I don't know who the player is. I'm not even gonna front and tell y'all some lies. I don't know who's gonna be the player to bring us over the mountaintop. But we in a good position right now. And
Okay,
when
so
Mitch get, hmm go ahead,
no,
bro.
I was gonna say let's narrow that down then because you said we need a player, but what need do we need? At least let's get into the ballpark of what we're looking for. So at
I
least
think we need a back. I think we need a backup for. I think we need a backup for Randall. I think we need
okay.
a backup for Randall and whatnot. Now the player. I mean, I see. I say DeRozan or something like that. Maybe DeRozan or uh, it's a lot.
So
It's a lot of
What
it's
about
a
Kelly
it,
Olynyk?
it's a lot of cats out there, but it's so
so
many
let
pieces that's floating around with our team. I don't know what actual player that we need, but I know we need something. We just need one more thing, and I think we can rock and
You need
roll.
one more chance.
mhm.
Like
Right.
Biggie.
To
One
be
more chance
honest,
to let's go big.
All I need is
One more chance.
yeah. I mean that's for those that are from Brooklyn. If you're not from Brooklyn, you might not understand. Well,
The greatest borough. Matter of fact, the greatest borough
Oh,
in the
I've
yeah, the
been to
world
greatest
Brooklyn
is
borough
in
that
New
ever
York.
many
existed.
times. I'm familiar with
New York.
that.
but we all know. if it wasn't for the Bronx, this would not be going on. So tell
Yes,
me what you
That
trying.
is word is
okay, okay,
born.
okay. He gonna break out the
Uptown,
Lord
baby.
Tariq and Peter Guns. You gonna break out the Lord Tariq and Peter Guns?
Hey, I'm a
Okay.
Bronx native day in and day out, man. Thank
Yeah,
God.
no diggity, man. Yeah, the Bronx,
But
the BX, respect.
so
Hmm.
you said Randall, right? So with what's going on with Brunson, you still feel that it's Randall that we need to back up there, Bully, Uncle Bully?
Um, I think both of them need to be backed up. Actually, I mean, I know Deuce is coming off because we lost Quick, and he signed that $13 million contract. Deuce, that is. Um, I don't want to. I don't want to smith him. When I'm talking about Deuce right now. I don't want to smith him and bring like a veteran in. I want him to build his confidence up. But at the end of the day, we're gonna need somebody to run that second unit. You can't have Randall on the second unit and then sit him down, and then you have Brunson coming in for the second unit as well. That's why Quickly was needed. But you can't play. I mean, you can't pay Quickly the big bucks over the starter. So that he was going to walk anyway. He going to step off anyway. So we got to go find somebody to back Brunson up. I think if you got what's his name,
Denzel?
Dante. Yeah, you got Dante holding it down, and if you keep doing his 3 pointer prowess, that'll back teams down to a certain point when Julius is sitting on the floor. I mean, sitting on the bench, and when he come back out, then you can restart that chemistry for the starters and stuff like that. But we got to find. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who it is, but we got to find something. I don't know if it's for Randall or for Brunson, but we have to find somebody that's similar in the fact of both of them that can hold it down while they sit down getting a breather, and then they can come back out and rock and roll.
That could fit their offense perfectly. I understand for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think we on the right track. I think we on the. I feel we on the right track. We just one player away, maybe two pieces away. To be truthful, at a low cost, we could probably get something in the middle and everything. But how they playing right now, and I think you made a great point. I don't know who I seen in the chat that said that Randall is not even getting really in foul trouble like that. Yeah, I mean Brunson
Yeah,
got to stay
they
off the
improved.
floor. He got to stay late. He got to stop sweeping the floor with his body and whatnot. Stop mopping the floor, kid. You know what I mean? I know you're trying to get it for fouls and everything, and getting everybody in foul trouble, but you're hurting yourself at the same time. You know what I mean?
I heard that. He's been getting hard hits too recently.
Yeah,
I was actually
yeah,
gonna I was actually gonna throw another thing in there too, but before I do that, let's talk about DeRozan. You said that let's say a guy like
yeah.
DeRozan,
DeRozan.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's use him for example how
Oh, good job.
difficult it
Hey,
is.
good job, Cowboy Bob. Good job of bringing it back to the. Hey, good job right there. I want to give you your flowers on that. That was smooth.
Thank you.
That was a
So
smooth transition. Go ahead,
thank
bro.
you.
Go ahead, bro.
So
I'm
so
not. I'm
let's
not grading. I'm not the professor. I just want to
Very,
give you
very
feedback.
hey
professional.
look,
He got his
I
cowboy
look at
hat
it
on
this
at
way.
12 o'clock at night, man. Come on.
You know what you're doing right now? You doing what my uncles used to do to me. Put me in the garage, learn to keep your hands up, boy. Nobody gonna pick on you. That's what
That's
you're
right.
doing. So I'm grateful. Thank you.
He critique, man. There you go.
Yeah. So let's go to the DeRozan point. If you look at the
Hmm.
DeRozan point, who are we gonna give up for DeRozan? I'm already gonna tell you, most likely it's gonna be Grimes and McBride and a couple of draft picks. So highly, let's just start off with
I
Grimes
don't think
and
McBride going nowhere. I don't think McBride's going nowhere.
I think Evan
Um,
Fournier is going to
okay.
be traded regardless.
I think
Evan
Fournier
Fournier.
gonna be in that package, man. Yeah, Fournier
So
is
it'll
Oh
be
definitely gonna be in that
boy,
Fournier,
package.
you said
Grimes,
Deuce
and a draft pick.
McBride going. Oh boy, hold on. All I'm saying,
Ah, no.
Duke
But
Freeze is going to do
so
that.
hey, Autobots transform. All I'm saying,
Don't
I saw
transform
that
and roll
coming.
out. Oh,
yeah, Autobots roll out. Yeah,
I
man.
saw
so
that coming.
oh, shockwave right there, man. He was the wackest one. Nah, he
He
wasn't
did
the
that
wackest
real
one, but
quick.
yeah,
Talking about Soundwave.
yeah, Soundwave.
yeah,
No,
Shockwave. I'm
Shockwave.
sorry, Shockwave. Yeah,
Yeah,
Shockwave. That's right.
Shockwave, man. He was the wackest.
yeah,
But
but he
it's
the
all
one that
good.
killed Megatron though.
Yes, he did.
He got
He
him
did.
killed. That's what pissed me off. But not like okay. So I'm sorry. I know I
Well,
do
your
this all
man
the time.
Renimus Prime, got Optimus Prime killed. I mean, what was his name before he was Renimus? Hot
Yeah.
Rod. Hot
Oh,
Rod. Hot Rod got Optimus killed, man. But go ahead. I
But now
digress.
it's just like with the DeRozan. So let's just say for the topic of conversation, you got DeRozan. The Knicks are gonna get DeRozan, just DeRozan. We're gonna give up Grimes, Fournier, and a first round pick. If I'm Chicago, I don't want that.
Me neither. I don't want the
You see
chase
what I'm
down.
saying? Like we gonna have to throw like the kitchen sink because we're at that point to where I don't know if you guys remember in school when they used to grade like A plus, B plus, C plus, like that,
Of
or
course,
C
of course.
minus, or they'd just give you a C, and you would get like an 88, and some teachers would give you an A minus as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to just a B plus. That's where the area we are at right now because
Mm-hmm.
we either gonna go for it, give up everything, and lose depth, and rely on a 6 to 7 man rotation to where everybody's gonna be complaining. Because if you really look at it right now, Mitchell's down and Brunson's down. That's why I said 7 or 6 man rotation because those two would have been there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get your point on that. All right, so when you say it now, right? Are we making a run for a championship this year, this season?
We
Can you
have
say
to.
that?
It,
It looks
if
like they're
you
gonna
give
plan
up
on doing that. So
if you traded RJ and you traded quickly, and they were the guys that you started, you trained, you did everything, and everybody saw the formations, everybody was backing RJ. You trade
Mm-hmm.
our number one guy that wanted to be here, had Randall's back to make a point. So once they traded RJ and quickly, that
Mm-hmm.
was the sign to say, yo, they're going all in within the next 2 years. And now
All right,
because the
all right. I'm
conference
glad that you said that. I'm sorry, BT. I'm glad that you said that. In the next 2 years, I don't.
this year and next, yes, this year and next, they're making a run
Next
for it.
year, okay. There you go, my man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I'm
for
listening.
me, it's like you said, if they did those trades, we might as well do the same with Grimes and everyone else, and then try to use the draft picks to clean up what we need for next season. But we need to find out now who's staying
Okay,
because
so
you
now,
already.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I
Go
was just
ahead.
saying the fact that you traded two of your top pieces, like you have a top five pieces, and you traded two of them away, and those were your keys. The only ones you got left is Grimes and McBride.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically cleaning house for a reason.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm all right. So on that fact that you just said that right there, I hate to say this, but I'm giving up Grimes, kid. I think Deuce
I'm
got
not
more
blaming
upside.
you. I'm
I
not.
got
That's not the issue. The issue is
no.
who
I
are
know
we
what you're saying.
getting to
Uh huh.
replace for him?
All right. What I'm saying is, I'm sorry. I'm giving up Optimus Grimes and whatnot. I'm sorry. Um, I'm keeping Deuce because you can probably develop him and do more with him. Grimes, I don't know. Maybe the city probably got to him a little bit, and maybe he need to change the scenery. Coming off the bench for him is looking good. I'm not even going to front. He's looking good coming off the bench, but I think more or less, I think Deuce is more for the action and not Grimes, and not because he light skinned. Sorry, Freezy. Um, I just think that he's more for the. I think Deuce is more for the action. I think Grimes need to, fall back and maybe go to another team and maybe we could get another piece with him as far as the Rosen and package him with something else. But I think Deuce is for that action because I really think Deuce is ready. The way he came out the other day and he dunked and he hitting them 3 pointers and whatnot. And Wiz called it. Wiz said that he was going to dunk on one of them cats, and he did it. And he did it. It wasn't. I see it in his eyes. He got that fire. He got that fire. Grimes, I think he a little shaky, a little topsy turvy, shaky, and maybe we have to move on from him. You know what I mean? To get something better. So there it is. Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a good point. There's a lot that we can talk about with how we can trade Grimes, but who we gonna get for that? And as a matter of fact,
Right.
if you
Right. Who
look
we
at
gonna get?
like no, like let's just say that we do get DeRozan, right? We're still,
Mhm.
to me, we're still a player away. So for me, I think we're a contending team to contend for the championship, meaning we are one of the teams that can make the playoffs, one of the teams that can make the Eastern Conference Finals right now.
Mhm.
And if
Mhm.
we add someone, I still think we're a piece
Let
away
me
as
hey, let
far
me
as
jump in here. Let me just jump in
okay,
here
go
real
ahead.
quick. Just to say one thing, right? Or a couple things. So Cowboy Bob, you gotta acknowledge the chat. Cause it's like 2:00 in the morning, bro,
I'm
and you got
sorry.
about 60 people rocking with you while you hosting from all
East
around the
Blue Drew,
world.
what up?
You can at least you know what I'm saying, at least be
Knicks
like,
Live, what
yo,
up?
shoot to the chat. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all
Salute
out
to the
there.
chat.
Thank
Thank
y'all
you.
for rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta salute the chat, bro. It's like 2:00 in the morning East Coast time, right?
JJ.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at least be like, yo, chat, man, I see y'all, man. I see
Right.
y'all
Thank
out
you,
there.
chat.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Show your love back. Show your love to Uncle Freezy, man. Rocking 2:00
Hit
in the
that like
morning
button.
Click that
on the
like
East
button
Coast.
and subscribe
MPIC,
to the
what up?
channel of Uncle
Yeah,
Freezy Large Tears.
yeah, man.
Here's the
Thank you
live
for being
video.
here, chat. We appreciate you being here. Subscribe, hit the like button, show support to the channel so we can keep rocking for future games and seasons. And we will also like to thank you for staying here and your comments as well, because you
The more
guys
people
also
come in here and
help the
talk
show.
Knicks, the more vibe he's gonna get. Let's get it.
Mega, what
East Blue
up?
Drew said salute back with your rude ass.
East Blue Drew, sir, I
Yo,
owe you
East
a
Blue
drink, a
Drew,
blue label
mega,
type.
mega. Yeah.
I owe you a blue label type, sir.
Right.
Yes.
But here's on the DeMar DeRozan point though, I want to make right, just really quick, right? Any trade in the NBA can go through if you're creative enough, right? Any trade, like we can trade for Anthony Davis if we wanted him, right? We could trade for LeBron if we wanted him. The thing about it is being creative, right? Right. It's just like a lot of us that you know saying financially we come up short on something. Like we walk through the house, like we sit on the couch and look at the big screen TV and grab the laptop and look across the room, you know what I'm saying, at all this you know what I'm saying, all the stuff we collect and be like, man, I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Are you really are you going to use those assets around you? Like that expensive living room suit you got that cost you $8,000, the big white sofa, you know what I'm saying? The big 75-inch TV or that watch collection you got, you know what I'm saying? The shoe collection that you got, you know what I'm saying? You have assets to do it, but you just look at one asset that which is your bank account, right? So you want to say if you're the Knicks, you could trade for anybody that you want if you're willing to use all of the assets that are available to you, right? But do you really want DeMar DeRozan, who's going to occupy the same space as OG Anunoby, right? And in a pipe dream, what we'll say is go get DeMar DeRozan anyway, and we'll figure it out once you get here. But what you do when you do that is disrupt chemistry, right? Chemistry is the thing that you disrupt by bringing in another guy that wants to shoot the ball 17, 18, 19 times a game, right? Do you diminish OG Anunoby's contributions because you bring in a guy that occupies his space? Does that mean Randle plays less minutes? Well, of course. But who are you going to put at the 4? DeRozan? Right? So it's like these
Good
things
point.
that we have to figure out. What I would suggest if I'm the Knicks, either do the major move or the tiny move. Don't do the middle move, right? And so for those that shop for sneakers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Either you go get you some Nike running shoes from Sears for like $42, or you go get those limited edition Air Jordan 11s Concord Blue, right? But don't be coming at me talking about, yo, I'm about to go buy some sneakers, and you come back with Forces, white on white Forces. No, right? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm not spending $127 for some white on white Forces.
That you only can wear about 2 or 3 times.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah. So do you, yeah, like Nick's Live said, man, you gonna
Yeah,
pay
just get some
you
dunks.
gonna pay $68 for some hyper dunks,
Yeah, some
or
hyper dunks.
yeah, or get the, you know what I'm saying, just spend that bread, you know what I'm saying, $380 for those Concord Blue Jordan 11 limited editions in your size.
What about the black on black Jordans, man? Those are dope. But
Yeah, I
go
mean, nah, I ain't buying no black on black Forces either. I'm not buying middle tier because if I don't have to spend, you know what I'm saying? If you're talking about trading away the future for a
Facts.
pair of black on black Forces,
Facts. That's a fact.
We talking about trading a young player? Are we talking about trading a young player for some black on black forces?
And also
Nah.
Yep.
That
That young
wild
player
crazy.
still has to grow too, because if you look at it, how do you not know if the market, if you buying those, those Jordans, you get them down the line, and 2 months later they go up in value. That's the thing about with trading in the future. Like with Grimes, look at how he's been when he got kicked out of the first rotation.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
adjusted himself,
I
so
mean, but
that
all right. So,
value goes
all
up.
right. So, BT, when you say that, right?
I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead, Uncle Bull.
oh, he got emotional. Go ahead, BT. He got it.
Oh no! All I was saying was that value goes up. So if you buy those
Got to
J's,
him.
yeah, at the time you may be frustrated because you spent all that money. But then in 2 months' time, if it goes up in value to where you made an extra $50 or $60, it's not a lot, but it's better than buying those Air Force Ones or them all black ones.
Nah,
Black
nah,
forces,
I'm not. Nah, I'm not saying that you
otherwise.
can't. I'm not saying that you can't wear them. But I'm not saying that you can't wear them if you already got them. What I'm saying is, are
I
you going
love
to spend
those. I
your
like the black
paycheck
on black.
on some more of the same thing that you already got?
Them black
Hmm.
on blacks is dope, man.
You start watering down your talent and start losing its actual value when you keep doubling down on the same thing. Gotta have diversity. That's what win championships.
Fact.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, man. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make a move, why would you trade for DeMar DeRozan? You're gonna trade your assets for a
All right.
guy.
So then we. Oh, I'm sorry, Frieza. My bad. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying, are you going to trade away valuable assets for a guy that's going to be the man next to the man next to the man, bro? Listen, man, when no disrespect, right? But when I go see a Def Squad concert, bro, I'm not paying all that money to go see Molly G, right? No
Who? Marty
disrespect.
G? No, you ain't just say that.
No disrespect to Molly G,
You ain't just
right?
say
No
that. You ain't
disrespect to
just say
Jamal,
that.
bro. No disrespect. I
Yeah.
know it's no
Jamal was
disrespect,
all
right?
right. He was all right, but yeah, I ain't paying no money to go see
You know what I'm
homeboy
saying?
either. I ain't gonna lie.
Like no disrespect. Like when I go see Wu-Tang Clan, bro,
Illegal. I don't want to see illegal either.
I'm not spending $880 to be up front to see Capadonna. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
I
Capadonna
hear
dope,
you.
man.
Yeah, bro,
Financial reasons,
if
I hear
I'm
you,
paying
Breezy.
$880 a
Not to
piece
go see yet. I'm not gonna
for
see.
tickets,
I'm not gonna
no,
see
I'm not.
Capadonna either. But
If I'm spending upwards
For
of
financial reasons, I
$4,700
get
for
that,
me and my
Breezy.
crew to go to the Wu-Tang Clan concert, bro, I'm not, bro. No, I'm
I
not.
got you.
No, I'm not coming there
Got
to
you.
see Capadonna, bro.
I hear you,
Cappuccino,
Breezy.
whatever you want to
I
call him.
understand you.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta see Redman. I gotta see Raekwon. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them dudes up front. You know what I'm saying? I want to see
Ghostface.
RZA.
Ghostface Killer.
You want to see
Ghostface.
Ghostface,
I'm gonna
RZA,
see Ghostface. That's my
Yeah, that's
dude
what I'm
right there.
saying. I need to see, yeah.
the
No,
collection.
and no disrespect to Cappuccino, right? No disrespect to Cappuccino, bro. But I'm just not. I'm paying $880 a piece for like for 5 tickets, bro, plus tax, plus parking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to see Cappuccino, bro.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Bully would, right? Because Bully got bread like that, but I don't,
I
right?
don't have bread like that. Stop.
Yeah, bro. I don't, bro. If I'm spending $4,700, bro, bro, I gotta see Inspector Deck. I gotta see Method Man. I gotta see Raekwon. I gotta see
You want to see the
Ghostface.
whole Wu Tang.
I
You want
gotta
to see the
see
whole Wu
RZA.
Tang.
I gotta see
Yeah.
Jizza. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
And I
yo,
want to hear.
yeah,
I
God
want to
bless.
hear
can't.
tracks
God bless
off. I want to hear
ODB.
tracks off their solo albums as well. I want to
Right.
make sure it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
smaller crowd too. I could hear the music and they're not blasting it. I don't see nothing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to see them control the crowd.
Well,
To go
Exactly.
Capadonna is
respect.
dope though. Capadonna is dope, man. Yo,
Yeah, he
he
dope, but
dope.
I'm not Bully.
He's
What I'm
not
saying
going
to
there
you,
only
he's
for
dope,
him.
bro. But I'm not
I know
spending
what you're saying. I know what you're
880
saying.
a piece.
Right. Right.
I might spend $50
Mm-hmm.
to go see him, and that's
Yeah.
$50 for a ticket, bro. Yeah,
Hey, yo,
but I'm
Nick's
not
Live said
spending
I need some
880 just
pasta
to be up
salad.
front, bro. And to see Capadonna, bro. No disrespect. I
Yeah,
gotta see
yeah.
RZA,
Oh man.
Jizza, Ghostface, Raekwon, Ghostface Killer, Method Man, bro. I gotta see the genius. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
You know what I'm saying?
genius. Yeah.
This ain't new.
Yo,
This ain't Boulevard. This ain't new addition to where you can go ahead and just replace one of the guys, or you could even say
With
Backstreet,
Johnny
take out
Gill?
Dave
What you talking
Hollister.
about with Johnny Gill? With Johnny Gill or
Yep,
something
you
like
can switch
that?
out with Johnny Gill, or you could do a Backstreet without David Hollister and still keep the
You
group
can't do a
going. This
Backstreet
is New
without. You
York,
can't
man.
do a
You
Backstreet.
need balance and
You
diversity.
already know. I know. You can't do no Backstreet without Dave Hollister, man.
But
For real.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is
For real, BT.
if you gonna invest those assets that you were talking about doing, moving young players, Fournier's contract, the Obi Toppin trade
All right. So then,
exception.
what are we missing? What are we? I'm saying we need
But then no,
something,
but
but I don't know who it
that's
is.
not the point that I'm getting. Well, that's not the
Okay.
point that I'm getting at. What I'm saying
Okay.
is no to that one,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
I understand what's the missing piece question, right? But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is just because you got money don't mean you can overspend it. Bro, just because you have assets don't mean you could just throw assets away, bro.
No, I agree with you
That's what I'm saying.
110%. Yeah. I agree with you 110%. But I just know that we missing something. We are missing something.
Does
I
that
don't know
mean
what it
does that mean
is.
you should throw your assets away though?
Nah, son, I ain't giving away my shoe collection and watch collection. And I ain't doing none of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But then,
saying.
if that's the case, then we ain't making no moves, and we're gonna be looking for the
All
future.
right, so now that's where I was at. That's where I'm at with it too. That's what I'm saying. It's like the scale, man. I'm in the balance of the scale. The lady of justice that's holding up that scale.
That's
Where
but
we going at?
that's not what y'all totally missed what I was saying.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying for my feelings, I feel like we one piece away, but I don't know what we have to replace to get the piece. I don't know what we're gonna give up to get it, but I know it needs to be done.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I think y'all missing what I'm I think y'all
But
missing what
he's
I'm saying.
saying if we do the move, DeMar DeRozan isn't that piece because of what he brings to the table can
Facts. I
alter
caught that.
our team
Hmm.
chemistry as well as
Just
far
say
as our development.
what I'm saying is identify what you really need and then
Hmm
see if going after that person is worth it.
Hmm.
I really think we need is
Hmm.
a four because if we can get someone to back up Randall and get Josh Hart from being down low, because I'm sorry, as much as I like Josh Hart, we need to find some way to force him to move out of that backup position for Randall.
Yeah,
We need
because
a solid
he be
big.
at the arc and he don't
Yeah,
shoot the three.
but he shouldn't be. Hart needs to be pushed out to where he's just more of a small forward guard type of guy being used as opposed to the power forward position. Because that's another
Got you.
thing we have a problem with. Because as much as I like Hart, I like him. I was down for the contract and everything, but his
Mhm.
production hasn't been helping the team in the way I think it can. So for pretty
And
much
so
for me, it's like
when you say helping the team like he can, in what capacity?
I think if we could find
Offensively.
No, not offensively. I'm talking about his
Mhm.
defense. What he's known for, his rebounding, his defense. He's been doing a lot of
His
turnovers.
energy.
His
Hmm.
energy and all of that has been negative lately. So let's stick to what he's good at. And in that, what I'm saying is he's good at giving energy, but I see that it would be better used against a small forward or a shooting guard as a backup
Hmm.
for Hart,
Hmm.
as opposed to him back being the first one on the court. Him being, I think Hart should be the third person to come on the court. That's just me
Hmm.
because we should be getting Randall and Brunson out, and then Hart should be coming in for either OG or DiVincenzo. Like have it that way. That's what we really need to help solidify the back end.
Hmm.
That's what I was talking about when I said that the back end and we still need a top front court player with a ball handler. I think we're actually, to be honest with you, I think, and I'm not gonna say I was around at this time, but the scenario that lines up with us is pretty much what I feel is gonna look like is the Magics. I mean not the Magics, the Lakers before they got Mr. Magic from Michigan State, where they were a
Hmm.
championship contending team. They looked good, but they just didn't have enough to win. But once they got Magic, his contribution was enough to solidify them to win. That's what I think we kind of need, like some type of jolt or some type of energy player from that. We can get it in the draft, but like I said, if we wait, that's what I see us doing. But then we're putting all our eggs at the last minute as opposed to taking our opportunities now.
BT,
So we need,
I'm gonna go on mute right quick. I'm gonna go on mute right quick. I gotta do something.
okay.
I'm listening, but I'm going on mute.
Otherwise, now Freezy he wears black Air Forces. Gotcha. So Jay, what you got to say, man? Do you see anybody else that we need? Because we already proved that DeRozan Wood is a good fit as far as offense, but team chemistry doesn't seem to be working that way.
I mean, but the Rosen part of it, If they could get him to shoot threes again, I'll be okay with it.
Okay.
Because he's actually a lethal mid-range shooter. He's known for that this whole career.
But then, like I said, I honestly don't think DeRozan would do it because DeRozan, you would put him at what, the small forward, or you put him at the shooting guard,
Small
like,
forward, pretty much.
and then
Oh,
you
actually,
put
you can put him as a
OG,
two as well. Right. You can
and
put
then
him
you
as
put
a two.
OG at the two, and then now you're moving DiVincenzo to the second team.
Right.
I like it because now we got DiVincenzo's offense, his ball handling, and we could use him to cover what IQ did. But if he's taking more shots, he's taking away from everybody else. That's taking away from Randall's shots. That's taking away from OG shots, even though OG's doing 11 shots.
That's what I'm afraid about DeRozan because, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if he has a bad
I'm just
night,
saying we
forget
need more
about it.
facilitator, pretty much.
Yeah, like if he has a bad night, we're screwed. And then if we go to the facilitator, like what kind of facilitator are we looking for? Are we looking for Miles Bridges or are we looking for
I would I would
Murray?
say like a two-way facilitator or shooter. I would
Okay,
say,
so
like for example, if you want me to hear examples, like a Donovan Mitchell, Brogdon, Murray type players. You know what I mean? Like those type of players that could help us in the starting line. Well, starting line has to be if it's an all-star player. But I mean, depending on what we're getting.
okay, so you said Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs. I mean, I'm surprised we even got the trade off with the Raptors, knowing how we had our issues with them at the beginning of the season.
And you
But
never know. Nowadays, you never know what could happen with the Knicks. We don't know the answers, but every surprising news we've gotten so far, it could happen again.
yeah,
You never know what the Knicks can possibly do. You just gotta know until Adrian Wojnarowski reports it because he's connected to Leon Rose. That's all you gotta know.
yeah. So let's go with the Cavs trade. So we trade for Donovan Mitchell, right? Let's say we set it up right. Who are we giving up for Donovan Mitchell? And we're gonna have him at the two most likely. So we're gonna move DiVincenzo to the second team. But who are we giving up?
I mean, hear me out on this trade. I heard on the others YouTube video, YouTube someone else's stream before they were talking about it. Let me propose this to y'all. What if we get a 3-team trade between Cleveland, Atlanta, and the Knicks? And the trade proposal is this: Knicks would get Donovan Mitchell, Hawks would get Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, and a couple like 3 first-round picks, or give that to Cleveland, and then the Hawks, and then the Cleveland get DeJounte Murray. Like a 3-team trade.
So Cleveland will get DeJounte Murray
No,
and
Donovan Mitchell. Knicks would get Donovan Mitchell.
no. I was talking about okay. So you said Atlanta would get Grimes and 2 first-round draft picks.
I'm
Atlanta
saying I'm
would
saying
get
Cleveland would get Grimes and Fournier for first round. No. The Cleveland gets Murray. Sorry, Cleveland gets Murray. We trade our players to Cleveland.
for Mitchell, and then we get okay. So I got you. So Murray would
You get
go
what
to
I'm saying?
Cleveland. Murray would go to Cleveland with 2 first-round draft
Right.
picks, and the Knicks would give up Grimes to Atlanta, which would get us to get Donovan Mitchell from Cleveland, as well as giving Atlanta a first-round draft pick.
Exactly.
So we're
How do you
giving
feel
up.
about that type of 3-team blockbuster trade?
So we're giving up 3 first-round draft picks and Grimes just to get Donovan Mitchell in this 3-way trade. I'm just making sure. So what we're giving up and what
If
we're
he's worth,
receiving.
he's definitely worth that. So you're gonna have to give up
Absolutely.
some
He probably worth
definitely
more than
assets.
that.
Okay, no. I'm
You're gonna
just
have to
making
give
sure
up
that
assets
that's
for it.
the
You know.
proper. I'm just making sure that that's the proper trade because if he's worth more than that, then okay, cool. I agree with you guys. But if we getting him for that, then that's a steal. So if he's worth more than that, we're gonna have to give him more than just 3-round draft picks and
Probably
probably more
4,
players.
maybe.
I mean, we're gonna give up 7 or like 7 or 5. Like, how many are we gonna give up for Donovan Mitchell? I think 4 and like probably another player could work.
I
But I'm
think
not
four
saying 4
too.
first round draft picks. I'm saying like 3 first rounders and maybe a late first rounder, early second rounder around that area, if we can.
It's doable.
But
It's
and
doable.
then now with Mitchell being there, he'll help you with the on and off ball between Brunson. He could help you with the offense. He could help you with the defense. It also helps OG because now OG doesn't have to come up and guard the perimeter. So that helps us out a lot, as well as
And
financially.
we
Now go
could be
ahead.
contenders. And we could be contenders too, finally.
Yeah, because his defense would also help out because now, like I said, OG would be down lower. His offense would help. He'll be, but the thing is how he plays. Is his leadership and his drive and how he plays is going to affect Randall and Brunson because they're on the same path as well as trying to find their own identity.
I think well Mitchell does play defense too. He's just more of a scorer. So I can
Okay.
see him fit well with the Knicks system. I can see that fit well, the way how he operates and how he plays on the court. Yeah, he's been doing. He had defense in him too. He
Okay,
just
so
hasn't shown it every game though.
real quick, MBIC has actually said something. He said Donovan Mitchell and Brunson won't work.
Mm.
How may I ask how so?
I gave you a prime example. Look at Donovan Mitchell's leadership. Look at how he plays. Oh, Mitchell came.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Kashawn as a follow up to that part. It says Mitchell can come from free agents if he wants.
That's
So
doable. Yes,
that's
that
true
is
too, and we
doable.
won't have to give up. But then we're moving for next year and not worrying about getting the piece we need now.
Yeah, well, the thing about Donovan Mitchell coming here in free agency is you got to have free agent money,
Next good point.
right? You can't have Randall and Brunson's extension kick in the same time Donovan Mitchell is a free agent because they won't have money.
So you have to trade, is what you're trying to say. If you gave you one again, but that's not unlikely.
So how can we consolidate that? I mean, how can we move that? Like,
Let me, hey, y'all mind it before
consolidate.
we go down the road of Donovan Mitchell? I want to point out one of the points that y'all were making about DeMar DeRozan.
Mm.
It's understandable that DeMar DeRozan is a unrestricted free agent at the end. DeMar DeRozan is an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season, and him in Chicago can't get their money right, right? So if you get DeMar DeRozan and give him an extension, I'll jump my fat rump out of a window, right? Because the only reason why Paul George is not a Knick right now is because Knicks fans were saying they didn't want to give an old guy a contract extension. Remember that, Bully? Man,
Yeah, I
I ain't giving
remember that.
Paul George 2 years, $90 million on an extension. And then you're gonna trade for a lesser player, give up them
I remember.
assets, right? And then give that man 3 years, $140 million.
I remember that.
You see how weird this thing goes? Yo,
Right.
Wise, you see how weird this thing get, man? Like you're not willing to trade for Paul George back in October, November, right?
Of last
But
year.
you willing
Of
to
this
trade
last
for
year.
DeMar DeRozan and give him the contract extension in January? Come on, what are we doing out here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
It's
know.
like we wearing 4
Mhm.
watches, bro. We don't need 4 watches on.
Damn, I just took my 4 watches off too. Man.
Dang it! You had a ring watch and a necklace watch,
Watching the glasses.
or you had on
From
4
the vending
wristwatches,
machine.
all on the same arm.
Yeah. But I just think that I think that we are not too far away from what we are capitalizing on. I don't know. Again, like I'm telling y'all, and I hate to even say this, I just don't know where we gonna get that player from. I don't know if it's for Brunson for a backup or for Julius as a backup. But we have to make a move doing something. If again, BT, I'm not saying that we're gonna run for this year, but that next year, the next season, we own it. We own it, and it starts today. It starts this season that we have to start making a move to do something. And I think we're
Uncle,
making the moves now. You know
but
what I
Uncle
mean?
You,
Boulevard, we've
yo,
been
Hmm.
doing this show.
we sound like Giants fans.
Yeah,
Remember,
I was
Giants
just
fans
about to
was
I
say
like,
don't
that.
even want to talk about
"Yo,
the Giants right now. Come
I
on,
ain't gonna
bro.
give
I was
that
just about to
Only
say
that
that.
ain't.
money.
I
I'll just
can't talk
rather
about the
have
Giants.
Daniel Jones. I'll give Daniel Jones $40 million, man. Dak
Hmm.
don't win in the playoffs, and then
Thank
you
you.
I
give
can't.
Daniel Jones $40 million, and he don't even win in the regular season.
Facts.
Hmm.
You know
That's a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact. No, no, you're
As,
right.
as
You're right.
as
You're right.
sports fans, we have to understand that there's levels to this. You know what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
talk about the Giants if Corley ain't up here. If
Yeah,
Corley ain't up here,
Corey Lee
I
don't know
can't
nothing
talk
about
about.
football, bro.
Oh man, no. Okay.
Congratulations on your first round, first pick selection. I think the Chicago
Yeah,
Bears got it.
word. Congratulations,
Yeah, we're
man.
gonna
Congratulations.
trade that pick to the Giants for Deontay Banks, Saquon Barkley, Kayvon Thibodeau, a first round pick this year and a first round pick next year. And that way y'all
You
get
hear
to
what he
draft Caleb
said,
Williams.
For
BT?
who?
You hear what
For
he
who?
said?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
Who?
yeah. I looked it up. He talking facts a little something.
It's on CBS Sports Line today mock draft, bro.
Do
I
you
looked it up.
Oh,
realize
for
you
the
I looked it
guys
up.
drafting
getting
part of it? Oh, for
hold
the
on,
drafting.
you guys getting if that happens and you guys get a Barkley, that's like having Matt Forte in the backfield. And I used to love watching
Hey
y'all with
man,
him.
Matt Forte was
easy,
a
bro.
beast. He was a beast.
Saquon Barkley wishes he was Matt Forte, bro.
No, I said
No,
like. I
son.
said like. I'm saying like. I'm not saying he is.
And Matt
I
Forte
love
Right,
was an
him.
iron horse. Matt
yeah,
Forte
yeah.
rarely missed games, bro.
Yeah, and he played like 60% of the offense ran through him. Or he either
Matt
blocked,
Forte
he
was
either ran, he
he
either
was a
caught
beast.
the
He was a
ball. I
beast.
had him on fantasy. I loved him, man. That was my dude. Him and Ace,
Matt Forte.
plenty of deuce
Yeah,
from
but hey,
Phoenix.
chat, y'all see
Sorry.
what I'm saying? Chat, y'all understand where I'm going with it, right? Like how
He was a beast.
at times we'll be like, man, Dak Prescott trash. He always choke in them big games in the playoffs, man. I'd rather give Daniel Jones $40 million, and then you give Daniel Jones $40 million. He's so trash, he can't even stay healthy. Yeah. Right. We don't want to do that, bro. We don't want to be mid. If you're gonna make a major move, make a major move. Right. But here's one thing I would say to y'all, man. If you don't make the major move, right, do a hardcore minor move, right? Like for legit, like it's like when your girl come over, right, and you can't take her uptown to the steakhouse, right? You can't take up the you're like, baby, listen, man, I just ain't got it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when like at the end of the month, it's like the 26th, 27th, but rent due on the first, all your bills be due on the first of the month around that time. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like the 26th,
Mm-hmm.
27th, and Shorty come
Mm-hmm.
over, and you're like, babe, listen, I just can't afford the steak dinner tonight, man. But what we can do,
Eat some spam.
yeah,
I'm only playing.
what we can do is you know what I'm saying, we can go to Journal Square. You know what I'm saying? We can take the
Ooh,
bus to Journal Square, man,
Jenna Square.
and get us the Cantonese family dinner. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the
Mm-hmm.
Cantonese family dinner, the 10 chicken wings
Mm-hmm.
and the deep
Mm-hmm.
fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You get all of that for like $23.
Hey,
You
yo,
get so
Freezy
much
analogies be
food
so
in the
deep.
bag that you be
Yeah.
having the whole bus be smelling like Cantonese food.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man,
You know what I'm
I
saying? And
remember. Yeah,
they give you the free iced tea, give you the 2 free teas with it.
that's
And
right.
for,
Fulton
Yep.
I
Street,
mean, I'm speaking to
Right,
those
right.
that's from the hood. If you're not from the hood, you may not understand. You know what I'm
Fulton
saying?
And the
Street,
gallon
and
sweet
Kingston
tea.
Ave.
You know you got to get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dollar
man. You
gallon sweet tea.
get them 10 wings, get you a
That's
large
right.
beef fried rice. They're gonna throw you a couple of egg rolls in there.
That's right. That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? You're gonna get a whole thing of broccoli. They're gonna give you a whole thing of broccoli to go with it, right?
With a little
Yeah,
bit
So
of chicken.
everybody in the
They get you a
bathroom.
Chinese buffet or something. That'll be
yeah,
much
man.
cheaper.
You know how it is where you can feed a small African nation out of that bag you get from the Chinese
He
place.
wildin'. He wildin'. Budget balling. That's right.
Oh,
Yo,
you
Ally Wise.
wrong.
That's right. Budget balling. Yeah.
That
Budget balling.
was getting
Yeah.
out clutch.
For facts. For facts. Yo, Ally Wise. Van Dyke houses, baby. That's where you do it at. That's right. But anyway.
Oh my
No, but
god.
Freezy, he right. He right, man. All right. So when you put that on
You show the monkeys.
Yo, shout out to Miss Mocha making me something like 2:00 in the morning. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? A
Frizzy, you
little
making me
something.
hungry, my
While
man.
while
Holy
Hey,
Cowboy
yo,
crap.
Bob out
son, what you
tonight.
doing?
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
Oh,
about
eating
to get
healthy,
ready to make
bro.
me something
All of this is
You
healthy,
making me
bro.
munchies,
yeah,
bro.
that look good, man. That look good. What's that? What's that? That's dumplings? What's that?
Nah, man, it's baked chicken.
Those
It's
like
baked chicken bite.
potatoes.
It's baked chicken
Like
bite
chopped potatoes.
with
Oh,
um
shit.
with the hot chicken sauce on it,
Yeah.
butter
Oh,
buffalo
word?
sauce on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Hey, yo, Miss Smoker, you the best. Man, look at here. You the
she
best.
won't let me eat pasta salad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Oh.
look
You
at
know
here,
what we call
man.
that? We call that love
Hey,
and
hey, hey.
tenderness.
Yo, as soon as I said she
You don't
won't,
want
as
to eat,
soon as I said she
you
won't
don't
let me
eat a
pasta
ham
salad, she was
sandwich.
like, "Ew, no." Thank you, Miss Mocha.
You
You
don't
heard
want to
Nah,
eat
pasta
a ham
salad and
sandwich.
turned right back around and was like, no.
No pasta
yo,
salad, no ham sandwich. What
not
can you
having
eat?
it, Captain. Not having it, Captain.
Yeah, man.
It look
But
good
yeah,
though,
yeah,
man. That's
that's
what's
what I'm saying.
up.
So the point that I was making everybody
Mhm.
is if you can't shop big time, then shop small time.
Mhm.
You know what
Go
I'm
to
saying?
Favors, right? Go to
I mean,
Favors.
all
Go
right
to
right
But
now.
BT, you know what? Hey, BT, you know I would never bring that up without proposing
Mhm.
a trade to you, right?
I think you got one in mind that we both on the same page, but I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead, let me hear it.
Bro. So Bully, here's the trade. If you
Mhm.
can't shop big time, right? Shop low time, right?
Mhm.
Like if you can't go to if you can't shop at Jared, then go down to Fulton Street is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, no
So
doubt. Not
so
Jared's,
so
but the
I don't know
Jerry's.
if Brooklyn has a Fulton Street type place. I know in Jersey City,
Of
off
course
Journal
we
Square,
do.
is plenty of you know what I'm saying.
Of course we
I,
do.
huh?
Of course we do. We got all that. Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so on Journal Square, bro, you can like legit if you can't afford like the $30,000 engagement ring, you can go to
Hmm.
Journal Square and you can find the $45 ring that shine just like
Hmm.
it. It's
Facts.
fake. We know it's fake, but it sure do
Facts.
look like it,
Facts.
right?
Hey, yo, Ala
Because you're
Watson, go
doing
to
something
Tom
for the
McCann.
person.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Tom McCann. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Tom McCann.
Here's the trade. So here's the trade I got for everybody, right?
I
let's
speak
hear
on
it.
it.
All right. So here's the trade. The
Hmm.
New York Knicks go back to Toronto and they offer a trade, right? They want to get a young player that struggled with the team that drafted him and bring him to New York so they can resurrect his career, right? So they go get a couple of dudes that were drafted in the first round, couldn't find their way with that team. But now that we have OG Anunoby, we can grab those parts and put them around OG Anunoby. Since Toronto is going to trade Pascal Siakam, what we can do is bring a couple of young pieces home, right? And so this is the trade. Let me ask you this, Cowboy Bob, who do you think I'm talking about when I say
I
that?
was thinking you talk about Schroeder, and I was gonna say some other names, but I'm just gonna stick on Schroeder because he would be a good backup. And I forgot the other, not shit. What's his name? Siakam's backup for the small forward power position. Those are the two guys I was thinking.
Oh, you read my
Boucher.
mind.
That's
Chris
why I said I'm
Boucher.
gonna let you
Right.
rock because we're on the same
This
page.
is the trade. This is the trade right here, Bully. Go
Okay.
get Dennis Schroeder,
Hmm.
Jalen McDaniels, and Christian Coloco.
Now
For
that
Right?
who?
Jalen McDaniels, yes.
But for
Jalen
who? For
McDaniels,
who?
yes.
For who?
For who?
For the stuff that y'all were gonna trade for
For Donovan
For
Mitchell, give
DeRozan?
up
Oh,
Grimes.
Down Mitchell and DeRozan?
yeah, for DeRozan. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
give up Grimes, McBride,
Christian
and 2 draft
Coloco
picks.
is makes about 1.7 million.
Hmm.
Jalen McDaniels makes about 4.5 million, and Dennis Schroeder makes 12 million.
That's a
So
good. Yeah,
Evan
that's a good
Fournier's
beat. Yeah,
money would cover that,
yeah.
right? But why would they do that? What would motivate them to do that trade? One of
Draft
those
picks.
heavily protected first round picks that we
Yep.
got from Washington, Detroit, or Milwaukee. One of
Yep.
Well,
those
we
picks
gotta.
that we'll probably never use.
Well, we definitely
Right.
gotta show up. We gotta
And
show up that backcourt, man.
and
For
so
sure.
what that does is it gives you a Deuce McBride caliber defender, but he has offense. Jalen McDaniels, the brother of Jaden McDaniels, gives you the super athletic 6'9" athletic wing player that will back up Randle and OG Anunoby, and Christian Coloco is just a body, a center to throw in the trade, just in case Precious Achua and Isaiah Hartenstein get injured. Injury
And
insurance.
and the best part about all of that is it moves Hart out of the 4th spot as far as backing up. He gets these smaller guys, and he
Mhm.
could be more effective that way as opposed to trying to step up. So it helps the team as far as the rotation as well.
And,
Mhm.
and and what did you really and what did you give up really?
Exactly.
The only thing that you really gave up, the only thing that you really
Right.
gave up in that trade is stuff that you were going to give up in the offseason anyway.
Mhm.
Right? Toronto trades away Dennis Schroeder. They get out of his contract, right? But they get a first round pick. They're rebuilding. They already told the world they're rebuilding. They traded OG Anunoby, bro.
Mhm.
They
I
already
think
let you know
homeboy ready to bounce
they
anyway.
built that team around RJ Barrett and Scotty Barnes and quickly. They already told you that. And you know how
Oh,
I know?
what's up?
They traded for quickly and started him day one off rip.
Him and RJ.
Off rip. That man went straight into the starting lineup. No warm up. That man ain't stretch his hamstring or nothing. That man ain't did no yoga stretching. That man ain't
But
smoked
that's
no
what he wanted.
cigarette.
That's what he wanted, man. That's what he
But
Yeah, that
he's
wanted.
man.
showing, but he's also showing you that they are showing you that they don't even care about Schroeder if they're gonna start
The
quickly like
Buffalo
that.
chickens.
Right,
No,
facts.
wait,
That's a
no.
fact. That's a fact, BT. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
They already
yeah.
letting you know that boy coming on in there just like Freeze say. He ain't stretch, he ain't do that. Man, go on get in there. Go on get now. Uh-huh. Go on play. Go on play and stuff. So yeah, he right. But when you say you bringing down these other cats, man, like who are we? I mean, I know Grimes is on the chopping block. The ham sandwich is
Nah,
on the
I didn't put Grimes in that trade.
Oh, you ain't put him in there? Who
No,
you put in there?
it's
Deuce?
28 and a first round pick.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
28 and a
Okay.
first round pick. Now, if you
Okay.
want to use Grimes in another trade, you can still use Grimes and the rest of them picks to go get a guy.
hmm But who would
I
the other
like
guys
that.
be?
I don't yo, that's up to y'all. What
I
what
like
I'm
that.
saying is this: with a rotation at point guard of Brunson, Schroeder, and Deuce McBride, you have 48 minutes of quality point guard play.
Okay. What about your man from Minnesota? That's behind Ant-Man.
What about this trade right here? What do y'all think about this trade?
I like it because it Schroeder comes off the bench. He has something to prove because he still feels that he can show a lot more.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that, like you said, with the 3-team facilitation, and also my favorite part is the Hart that it forces Hart out of that position. It also gives us a backup at power forward, and it alternates the defense to where our offense won't take a big hit because Schroeder would contribute offensively, but the
hmm
defensive mentality and stops that we have won't be affected either because when he's on the court, most likely we'll still have the guys that run the second team doing their job, and it still be effective. So for
hmm
me, I like that trade because it's a balancey and that's a good midseason trade. But I don't think that that gets us past the championship. I think it keeps us above the contenders. Like it gets us out of the B plus area to the A area. I agree with that trade.
All right. So is that enough to get us to the ECF?
I think that's enough to for us to beat Boston in a series.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's enough to get us to the ECF. It's enough to get us to the championship. Like top 2 teams in the East. Like we could get there, but the championship,
hmm
like that's a good enough mid piece to move us to the championship, and I like it. That's why I said it's good because at that point, if we get there, we already there. We just got to throw everything in there, and we might actually win. It's a
So
50-50
we go
chance
we
once we
go
get to
so
that
we gonna
point.
clip we gonna clip the DeAndre Murray, right? We ain't messing with him.
Now I was talking about this trade. Like,
No. I'm saying like if we do decide to do that, we ain't even looking to Atlanta. We ain't looking at ATL for
nope.
homeboy. We gonna do this right here from across the border.
And then from
Okay.
there, we have to wait.
Okay.
And then from there, it'll solidify the team for now during the regular season, and we can compete and hold our own and see where we are. And then in
hmm
the beginning of next season, make the smaller adjustments to where when we start the season, we come out running, and we don't have nothing to look back to and say we
You know
should have
what? I
did
think
this, we should have did
I
that.
think that might be nice. I think that might be nice. I really
Because
think that might be nice.
it is a
Hmm.
good balance because it moves us up from where we were and we're like, oh, the Knicks are actually in the finals. The Knicks, it gives us that relevancy. And even if we were to lose, like I said, it's a 50-50 chance. But we know next year going into it, we're going to have to win. And that's even more of a risk because everybody's coming back. There's too much to do that. So for right now, for this season, I say we should do that type of a trade. So we can at
Salute
least
Uncle
get to the
Fulio.
door and prove ourselves.
Salute Uncle Fulio, man. What's up, man? Pop, what up? Peace, homeboy.
Salute. Okay,
Yo, Uncle
so
Fulio in the
Josh,
chat, right? Hey,
aka,
Uncle Fulio, I
I'm about
told
to
the
say that.
story about how we were standing in the corner, on the corner in Charlotte, and dudes came up to us talking about they recognized us in the chat, didn't believe it, bro.
Yo, he told me that story, yo.
Hey, Uncle, hey,
Salute.
am I lying? Me, Uncle Fulio Staffordine, standing on the corner in Charlotte in the
Salute
rain in
Stephen.
front of a bar, and random dudes walked up to us and like, "Yo, y'all from that show?" Yo, it's like when I be telling the stories, cats think I be just making stuff up or something, or they think I be exaggerating.
Freezy, I believe everything that you say when you tell your stories, man, especially the artillery. But
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yo, artillery. Yo, that was hilarious, bro.
Don't do that, please. I'm still imagining her reading that menu. Don't do that.
Yo, upside down, bro. The menu is upside down, and everybody trying to tell her.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, man.
But nah, I like
So,
that trade.
nah, I think you might be right with that, man. On Freezy made a good one on that. Yeah.
The reason why that trade works, man, is because one, even if Mitch can come back, it don't guarantee that he will. For one, right? For two, we're thinking about January games when we should be thinking about April, May, and June games, right? Right. Because when if we go get DeMar DeRozan and then April come and Jason Tatum is cooking DeMar DeRozan on the perimeter, y'all gonna be like, it's all Tibbs' fault. No, it ain't Tibbs' fault, bro. DeMar DeRozan can't guard Jason Tatum.
But do he want to come here? That's the question. Like, do he want to come here?
Offer him money? Yeah. All he want is an extension. That man done played for 92 teams. He ain't got no loyalty. That man done played for Toronto, the Spurs, the Bulls. That man just want bread, bro. He a hired gun.
I don't want to be an AARP for them. You know what I mean?
Him and Chris Paul are brothers.
Yeah, I heard that. But I don't want this to be an AARP for dudes. I mean, we've been Social Security for a lot of players, man, for years. I want some stability, man. I want dudes to come over here and rock out and whatnot. You know what I mean? And if we make it, I don't want to make no weak trades. I just don't want to make weak trades, man, because I think we right there. I think we right on the cusp. But we have to think wisely. I think the OG trade was dope. I just don't know. It's something missing. It's just one thing missing. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, y'all.
Unc Boulevard, let me ask you this. What is missing from the trade offer that Unc just made, Uncle Freezy just made, that you
No, I
see
like
that
that
might be
trade.
a problem?
No. I like the trade. BT, I like the trade. I like that trade. I really do. I like exactly what Freezy just said. I like it. But if it doesn't happen, where can we go? What's the alternate to that? What's the alternative to that?
What's the other option he's trying to ask?
I mean, there's a lot of alternatives, but I just want to make sure that everybody got their point off about the trade before we move.
Oh yeah, no, I like the trade. I like the trade that.
Hey, the alternative is trade Deuce McBride and Grimes for Jordan Poole.
Nah, son. Nah, get out of here, kid. Nah,
come on, man. I mean, really, bro.
Nah, man. Come on, Freezy, man. I don't know what you got in that cup. I don't know what you better pour it out. Whatever you got in that cup, you better pour it out quick.
To be honest with
you,
though,
they say this tea is from Long Island.
I don't care.
It's something in the water.
I don't
it's
care.
something in the water. It's something in the water.
I don't want no doggone Jordan Poole. You see how he be acting? You see his antics? Nah,
but
son.
Uncle Boulevard, let me ask you this though.
Yo, but the rumor was that he took a girl from the Bronx on a date, $500,000.
$500,000. You could get that on any street, anywhere, anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
He
you'll
leave
bought
it
a
get right
alone.
there,
Maybach.
bro.
He bought a Maybach. He bought a purse. But not for me. That's a mid trade. Anything less than that is gonna be damaging. If we were to go ahead and make a trade, that uncle
Mm-hmm.
trade is balanced and I like it. But if you saying that there's anything else, it's gonna be a weaker trade and it's gonna cost us to basically probably take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even just that trade, like because for me, I got players, but the players I got are like low level players, and most of the time we're probably gonna have to give them farm for them. But
Mm-hmm.
the trade that Unc just said that solidifies everything. But the trades I had, we were doing like 2-for-1s for guys that really ain't worth it, but they have low usage.
Mm-hmm. What's the boy from Indiana? Turner, is that his name?
Yeah,
Turner,
Turner,
Miles
Miles
Turner.
Turner.
Miles Turner. I mean, what you think? Because I was looking at him play the other day against who he played. They played Milwaukee. I
And
think they played Milwaukee or something like that.
Is
He was doing it. He got a little busy.
but
So
where we putting them?
who would
Because
you give up
he's
for him?
isn't he starting with Indiana, and then now you're expecting him to come off the bench for the Knicks,
he's not gonna come off the bench. Yeah.
and then you put him in the starting rotation. You move DiVincenzo out, and you put OG at the 2. Cool, but then what are we
Parker's got
giving
to
up
be
for
back
him?
on the
What
bench.
are we giving up for Turner so we can see what we have on the bench?
See, that's the thing. I mean, I don't mind giving up Fournier because Homeboy ain't been really doing nothing. I don't mind giving up Grimes. I'm not giving up Deuce and whatnot. I'm gonna keep it a buck on that. I'm not giving up Deuce because I think he got a little upside to him and
They
everything.
already
But
paid him already, so they can't be traded
yeah,
regardless.
13 million. Well, he can't get traded until next year and stuff. Next season and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know where we just missing something. We missing something. I don't know what it is that we missing, but yeah, we missing something. Okay, for real.
I just
Well, an
think it's
off-ball
funny.
shooter has been what we needed. You know,
I I just think it's funny how the
Is
Knicks
is
made the
is
prop.
Jordan Poole, right?
Nah.
He's a Jordan
Mm-mm.
Poole type of
Non
besides Jordan
cipher,
Poole,
archetype.
non
Oh,
cipher,
why
non
do you think
cipher,
that? Why do you think
non
that?
cipher.
Why
I'm
do you
going
think
on
that?
mute.
Oh, salute to the chat. Thank you for being here. We've been rocking for the last 2 hours. I'd
salute,
like to
salute,
thank
chat.
everybody for being here on the panel. I like
Salute,
everybody's information. I mean, not
JJ,
information,
Uncle
input.
Fulio,
Thank you
Sherman. What
guys.
up?
Subscribe, like the video. Hope you guys are rocking with us
Hit that
even
like
longer.
button, man.
Please hit the like button and thank you for your contribution.
Those
Tell
the
us why you
ones,
think Jordan
tears,
Poole.
hit the like button, subscribe.
Word,
What up, fam?
word.
Yeah, well, yeah, it worked because that's what Bully want, basically, in theory. That type of guy. I'm not saying Jordan Poole, but Bully, you want that type of guy, though, right?
I don't want no Jordan Poole, man. That man is a
No, I'm talking about that type of
a type
bro,
of
that type
player.
of
Yeah,
player.
yeah. That type of player, but I don't want
Someone
his
that
type
plays
of
like Jordan
attitude.
Poole.
Yeah, I don't want that type of attitude, man. That boy is ridiculous right now,
Wait,
man. He's the
hold on,
worst.
But
hold on.
man, I think he built for New York, bro.
Salute to the DMV.
Jordan Poole play style? Jordan Poole.
Like that.
I mean, when
You
he
know
was
how
with
big they was that, bro?
when he was with Golden State, not when he with the Wizards. Nah,
Well, Jeremiah
Man,
kind of
anybody playing next to Steph
punched
Curry
him.
looks good.
but you know what? You know what, BT? You're right. You're right.
And especially
Anybody
if you win
playing next to
and especially if you won a championship with them and you're the backup, nah, you don't need a Jordan Poole.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You and Jake is right. You're right. You're right.
I
But
can't there's no consistency to Jordan Poole's game to where it would actually
he's
help him.
terrible, man. That man
No,
terrible
it's
right
his
now, and
attitude.
he made me lose money too, man. He made me lose
It's
money.
not even that. It's his attitude. I'm just talking about his
Hmm.
attitude as far as
Hey,
how he is on
look.
the court.
Guess what?
People make fun. People make fun of Randall. Okay, we got a super chat here. Excuse me. We're gonna interrupt. Josh,
Oh,
aka Uncle Fulio, thank you
what
for
up?
your $5 contribution. Love
Salute.
to the Jay Leno of the Knicks content community.
Welcome,
Thank
salute
you
to
for
the
your
chat. Salute to
contribution,
the
Josh.
chat.
Said the Jay Leno. That's how
Salute,
that's how
Josh.
you are, man. You're the Jay Leno. That's mad cool.
Salute,
But
JJ.
thank you.
JJ, what up? Word. Uncle Fulio, what up? Thank you for the money bread. Yo, thank you for
Salute
that
to Uncle
bread,
Folie.
homeboy. Thank you for that
But
bread,
what I was
homeboy.
saying was Jordan Poole's attitude as far as how he plays. It's not even the off court antics. I'm talking about on court antics. If he shoots an air ball, come on, look at how the fans are with Randle when he flexes. Randle could be having a good game and he's flexing, and people's like, "Why Randle got to flex?
Yo, can I say
Why is it
something to that?
Randle?" Go
Yo,
ahead, go ahead.
BT, let me say something to that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna give him all my apologies to Randall because before I seen the end of that this boy was doing, Jordan Poole, yo, Randall, you cooler than the cat, homeboy. Cause that boy over there in Washington, down in the DMV, he got man, that boy crazy. He crazy, man. And I salute Randall, man. I'm glad you're on my team, homeboy. And you're a bully ball dude. I like that. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, BT.
Not because, like I said, I like that as a good mid trade. Because for me, like I said, the trade offers I have a week because Unc just came in and kicked in the door with the 4-4. So
Mm-hmm.
that actually is a good trade for me. But
Biggie.
if you got, what was that, Unc? Uncle Boulevard, what was it?
No, I just said Biggie kicking the door with the wave of the 4-4. All you heard was Papa don't hit me no more. Go ahead.
That rhymes.
Right. Okay, so let's just say that we can't find a piece right now because thus far, like I said, the most best one we come up with Unc. For me, honestly, I was thinking of getting a backup guy or a guy that could actually help out, but they're weak. You look at guys in San Antonio like Zach Collins, or you look at Washington and Danny Avendiga. You know, he's pretty good. These are all low usage guys that can contribute like 12 to 13 points. You know, give you rebounds. They all have high percentages of like 49% from the field goal range. And you could use those guys, but you're giving up most likely like a Grimes, McBride, and like a draft pick for them. But
Mm-hmm.
then you're giving up two pieces for one solid piece, which still doesn't help out the fact that your backup point guard situation. So
I mean, Dan Bija has been talking mad crap about Randall. So I don't know if he wanted to come to the Knicks.
no, I'm saying as far as like his skill set because
Oh,
he's
right,
six
right.
foot nine. He's 6'9", 210 pounds. You put him at a guy like that at the small forward position. Move OG to the two. You have Brunson, OG, Evan Diga, Randall, and Hartenstein. Now you have DiVincenzo coming off the bench as
Well,
a backup.
you can't
You
just
can't do
move
that.
OG to the two,
I
bro. OG and
I
Anobi
know
is
that's what but
240 pounds.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like
The dude weighs the same amount as Isaiah Hartenstein, bro.
that's why I said my
You
trades
can't
weren't
just
as
move him to the
good.
two, man. We gotta talk real basketball, man.
But
You
that's why I
can't just
said it
move a
wasn't a
guy
good
just move
trade.
a guy to the two, unless you start playing positionless basketball. And then if you play positionless basketball, right,
hmm
you got to be super deep if you play positionless. Because once you get into positionless stuff, then you get into players. You get right into that thing where OG Anunoby is not going to stay healthy. Kawhi Leonard is not going to stay healthy. Paul George is not going to stay healthy. When you play positionless, when you ask guys to do multiple different things, you know they're going to start getting injured. So if you start playing positionless, you got to go get more players to bring off the bench behind them.
Okay, so that wouldn't work.
No,
Okay, all right, I got you. But like I said, that's why I said I think your trade is the best. But
Makes sense. I mean, for what Freezy said.
right.
Sense.
Because even if you were to go for like a Miles McBride or anybody else, it's like you're pretty much giving up more, and you're still missing out on one of the positions that you really need.
True.
So that's just how I feel. Ooh, dang, I'm making coffee. Sorry, guys. So, is there anything you guys want to point about? Else, you guys want to point about as far as trades or anything you guys feel that we need before we move on?
Um, not at the moment, but it might have, it might be later on, but I don't know. But keep move on to a different topic though.
Okay. So, as far as besides adding another player, because everybody says we seem to be one piece away, and
My
we
bad.
have
I
an
was on
issue of
mute.
back.
I was on
Okay.
mute. My bad. Hmm.
Now, I was just saying, so we
Yeah.
all feel that we are one player away. Is what I was asking
I
before we
think we
move
one
on to.
player away. I just don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Who it
BT.
is?
I think that we one player away. I don't know who the player is. I ain't gonna front. I don't know who the player is, but I think that we are missing a significant piece to making us elevate a little bit more. I like the OG trade. I'm sorry to see quickly go, but if we can get something to solidify what we're doing, let's do it. And I just really don't know right now. I ain't gonna front. I'm in that gray line, in that gray area. Who are we gonna get? Or I mean, um, not to be funny or nothing like that, but
Bro, you keep
I want.
asking and name somebody. Don't be scared to say his
Yeah,
name.
just say a name. Look,
Well,
I said names and I got proven
I said
wrong.
the name. I said a couple of names. I said Murray. Um, Murray.
And you
Shit.
know
I might
Murray
even.
is clutch sports, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Murray, and I was even thinking about. I actually pondered the thought, and I was talking to Allah Wise earlier today. Maybe Embiid, maybe
I got some names
possibly,
I had in
but I
mind.
don't know. Maybe
You
I
want
don't
Embiid?
know.
I'm gonna go get Embiid right now, bro. I'll be right back.
I got some names in mind, guys. I got some names I could think of.
Go
I
ahead,
got
man.
some names.
Shoot.
What
Shoot,
about
yeah,
the
shoot.
what about the Golden State Warriors? They have their players available except for
Wiggins,
Curry. You think we get one of those Golden State guys?
Wiggins.
Maybe possibility. Wiggins or yeah, Wiggins or some young guys maybe.
I like Wiggins, man, but
What is
But
he?
they
Okay.
said
you
all the
gotta
players are
think about what
available.
his girlfriend doing.
We could get
I don't know
anyone.
about Golden State. I'm sorry. I wouldn't touch Golden State right now. That's just me,
Okay.
though.
I was just asking. It was just a curious
No
question.
Draymond, no Draymond, no Draymond. I don't want him.
I can't believe you said Embiid. You really gonna think you could trade
I
for
said it for a
former
reason
MVP
because I'm saying because the athletic, his prowess of
skill
playing
set?
as a player and stuff. Yeah, Devin Booker, hey, yeah, word. Devin Booker, maybe perhaps. I just really don't. We just missing something.
What about Teddy Rozier?
Scary Terry,
Yeah, what do you think about him, man?
he
I I
cool, he
I
cool,
don't know. I don't
but
know.
he got a lot of injuries and stuff like that.
You think he
Uh,
can fit well with Jalen Brunson as a backcourt duo?
coming off the bench, yeah, that might be a possibility.
Or maybe starting with him, and put Dante at the off the bench or anything. You think that's a
I don't.
smart move?
I wouldn't like the Terry Rozier because, like I said, I don't
But you
know
know
him.
what? At the end of the day, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. At the end of the day, no matter who we talking about, it depends on Tibbs. It depends on Tibbs on how he gonna work the magic, or whether how he gonna work his magic, or how he gonna coach the team. And when he
Uh,
had Reddish, and I hate to say it, Reddish, he got good upside, but he got bad downside and whatnot. So he could have utilized Reddish to a certain extent, but he didn't work it like that. Maybe he seen something in him that he ain't like, but it depends on Tibbs and on how he gonna work the magic.
that is
How
true.
he gonna put that stripper dust down on the team. He did.
Okay.
That is true.
I was like I said, I'm not comfortable with Terry Rozier. I would have rather went for Miles Bridges because of his height, and we could take Bridges at 6'7", same height as OG. If OG needs to
Miles
come
Bridges good
out,
too. I like him.
Hold on,
OG needs
BT.
to come out. Yeah,
Yo, BT on Freezy and Jake in the chat. What you think if KD was to come here? Because they ain't gelling. They ain't gelling over there. What you
KB.
I'm
think?
sorry. There's nothing in the world that's gonna get us KD and B LeBron. We would lose everything that we built.
Who's
No, I'm
KB?
serious. Like KD is a great player, but we would lose everything that we currently built just to add one KD. And then
Yeah,
what are
yeah.
we gonna have? Just KD?
Which KB? I'm sorry. Who are you guys talking about? KB?
KD,
Uh,
KD,
KD,
Kevin
yeah,
Oh,
Durant.
not K
Kevin
Durant.
Durant.
Oh my God. He likes the Suns thing. He's the Suns, bro. He's gonna stay with
He
them.
about to break. He about to break out of there. I'm telling you, he's not gonna be with that team. If it ain't a mid trade or off the season trade, he gonna be somewhere.
I mean,
What you
yeah,
thinking? And I
and
know he dissed the Knicks and whatnot.
Nah.
I don't really want the cat over here, but if they was to do that, like, what would you think? Like, how mind blowing would that be?
The
if he
contract
was the
showing
only
that
option,
the contracts won't add up. We would end up losing Brunson and Randall most likely to solidify
We
kind
would
of
have got the
his.
whole team out.
And then on top of
It'll be
that,
less
what will
depth.
we have? I'm being serious. Like, what will we have in having him?
Our
Even if he
roster
took a
is
player
pretty good.
minimum, he
Mm-hmm.
signed with the Suns. He even if he takes a player minimum and comes here, we still gonna give up a lot for him. And regardless of what we think about his injuries, he's balling right now.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna
So
have
that's
nothing
off the
left.
table. That's off the
No,
And
table.
he
that's
likes
what
his
I'm
fit with
saying.
Booker and Beal, and he likes that. He's just sticking around.
I like I just wanted to double down on the Miles Bridges point because, like I was saying, with the 6'7", you switch him out to where if OG needs a break, you put Bridges down at the small forward. The object is again you're gonna have a problem with Hart being there. So for me, that's the only negative about the Bridges. But he can give you 20 points. He can give you good points. He can give you some ball passes. He can give
You
you
gonna bring Miles Bridges off the bench?
no. I'm talking about starting.
Starting him at what position?
I know that's what I was saying. Like I'm thinking at the
Come on,
two, but
forward.
then based off of what you said, you're right. You can't add
That
size
man
and
is
move
not.
guys
Yeah,
to the
Miles
spot. Yeah,
Bridges is not a
I know,
shooting guard, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Like
you
I
put
don't know what
OG
else
at
to
2.
say. I don't know what else to say because your trade is pretty well balanced. It covers everything, and it's for me.
Yo,
Anywhere
don't you
else we
already
go,
have? The reason why we're having this conversation right now is because we already have wing players that are not ball handlers and facilitators. It's the reason why we having this conversation right now. So to bring in other wing players that are not ball handlers and facilitators only makes the issue worse. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I mean,
Freaky,
no, you're
what
right.
about that dude that came from North Carolina that got into that little issue that he been off the team for a minute?
Kai
What's the
Jones?
cat name?
Kai Jones?
Is that his name? Jones?
I don't know. I'm asking you
Um,
because you said a
um,
dude from North Carolina. I don't. Kai Jones is
no,
from the
he
Bahamas.
played for Charlotte. He played for Charlotte.
Yeah,
The
Kai
guy
Jones,
that
power forward.
yeah, the one that he got arrested for the domestic. I mean,
No,
I
that's
really
Miles
don't want that on my team.
Nah, that's
But
Miles Bridges. Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, that's his name too. His name is
No, that's
Mikal
not what
Bridges.
I said. That's not what. No, I said Miles Bridges. Y'all had already been
Miles
talking about
Bridges.
him.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Y'all was already.
My
Yeah,
bad.
y'all was already talking about him, bro.
Yeah, that's the guy I brought up. That's why Unc said it would have worked.
That's why I was
Okay,
asking
I
where
got you. Okay, no,
I
my
ain't
bad.
coming to fix
My
if we
bad.
get
My
where we
bad.
gonna put where BT gonna play Miles Bridges at point guard.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. No, that's my bad. That's my bad.
No. It ain't. Not. Where you gonna play Miles Bridges at point guard?
No,
a 3.
right. You can't
You put
even move
OG
him
at
at.
the
You
2.
can't move him at the 2. You
Yeah,
have to have
you
either
can't do nothing
OG
with him.
coming off the bench,
Hmm.
but it helps out.
No, if
Hmm.
you gonna go get a guy and play him out of position and limit what he do on the floor, why not just play Grimes?
Yeah, but
Because everybody thinks we need one piece more. And if you don't notice what we actually have and evaluate correctly to see what we really need, you're going to be doing bogus trades
but
like what
BT,
I
we
just said
do
the
need
last
one
two.
more piece. We do need one more piece, man.
And
We
Grimes going to
do.
be in that discussion regardless. So it's Fournier.
We do need one more piece. I just don't know in what position that we need it in, but we need something.
Like
There's one more.
Sherwin says, we need a wing player who has to be defended. So let's go get Joel Embiid.
He's a big man.
Nah, but we could put him on the wing though and play him next to Hartenstein and Randall, right?
You saying Embiid should be a power forward? Change
No,
position.
maybe at the small forward and let Randall stay at his natural position.
That's odd. That's rare. How do you see that?
Yeah, that's very rare. Yeah,
Right. Listen,
rare.
I said that because that's the same line of thinking y'all doing with these other players.
Exactly.
Yo, go get that's
Y'all
the
not
same
getting
line that y'all using with these
Compton's not
other
gonna do
players,
that.
bro.
No, that's fair. That's
Mhm.
fair. You're right. That's
So-
fair.
Like go get a guy that's MVP level at his current position, bring him here and play him out of position.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Kid's not gonna do that.
Why would you go get Joel Embiid to come here and play small forward when you already got OG Anunoby? That makes no sense. That's the same thing logic I'm saying with Miles Bridges. Why go get Miles Bridges and bring him here and then play Miles Bridges at the 2 or at point guard. It makes no sense, right?
Freezy, how about Rozier?
It just makes no sense on any level to go get a guy that thrives at the 3, bring him here, and make him play point guard. Right? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, y'all must still be in love with how Alec Burks did that year we missed the playoffs.
He said Alec Burks.
Yeah, remember Alec Burks was the winning scorer off the bench, and then Tibbs turned him into the point guard. Is that what y'all want?
No, man, we don't want none of that. Man.
We passed on Alec Burks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you need a 2, then just go get a 2.
Well, who be the 2? Well, who would be the 2? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying what would Teddy Rozier, Freezy?
BT didn't really say we need one more piece.
Yeah, he did, and I gave. We all gave key players that we need.
Who the piece is?
Yeah.
Do you like Teddy
Rozier?
You
gotta give names, man. Even if it sounds bad, don't even throw out a name out there. Like,
I'm asking you, Teddy Rozier.
Yo, no lie. The other day when I said, yo, go get Tyler Hero and Kevin Love, everybody was like, no, man. Well, Tyler Hero don't play defense. You know they don't play defense in Miami. Really, they don't play defense in Miami. That's interesting.
I'm agreeing with Sherman right now, and Sherman, I definitely forgot his name, man. I mean, I didn't forget his name. I just forgot him that he was in the mix. Brandon Ingram,
or Jason Tatum type of player.
Well, he ain't going nowhere.
I'm saying a Jason Tatum type of player.
Type of player.
In the league.
We get both
right.
Where they gonna play at for us?
Like a Kevin Durant type of player.
Jason Tatum gonna play the point guard? Is that
you gonna have him at the 2?
What's your boy in Washington?
Power forward.
That's what we doing.
What's your boy in Washington that we just played?
Jordan Poole?
No, not Jordan Poole. The other cat. Kuzma.
Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. So if we get Kyle Kuzma, would Kyle Kuzma gonna play point guard for us?
No, they'll put him in power forward.
Because you already get Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma comes here, right? A 6'9" combo forward, right? Playing behind an all-star and an all-star caliber guy, and you want to put him in a starting lineup with those two, that means Kyle Kuzma at the 2. All right,
let him come off the bench if he would accept it.
Have him come off the bench. He might as well stay where he is.
That dude ain't coming here to come off the bench for the Knicks.
I mean, I'm just doing scenarios. And thank you, Sherman. Yeah.
I mean, Shohan from San Antonio used to play power forward, but they popular to put him the point guard now. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but players can change positions like that.
But they do that. They go through training camp with their own team first, right? They go through an off-season conditioning of learning how to play the position. They don't get traded in season and be moved to that position.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying? They get a ramp up and off-season training in the exit meeting. Like for instance, if Randle was going to play center, right, in the off-season exit or in the exit meeting, they're going to say, Randle, listen, we need for you to play minutes at center, so we need for you to get more bouncy to work on your rim protection and rebounding, and then he work on that all off-season and then come into the season ready to do it, right? They don't just throw him there and be like, hey, yeah, you know, we need you here for the next 40 games. Nah.
Yeah.
That's how players get injured, playing out of position.
Exactly.
But Randall do his thing.
Nah, it's not like that. It's more difficult.
So y'all want Kyle Kuzma? Where's Kyle Kuzma gonna play at though?
He's not gonna play anywhere because he's gonna have to come off the bench.
He's gonna play the 2?
No, he can't.
He'll have to do that off the bench.
Because if he could play the 2, why wouldn't he play the 2 for his own team?
Exactly.
He could have been playing the 2 before Fordham Road got there.
Right. True that.
I caught that. Yeah. He called it for the road. I caught that. I know what he's talking about. I know exactly what Freezy talking about. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm just so because here's the thing. I think sometimes when we have the conversations and we talk about the options, the options don't sound. The options are not intriguing to us, so we dismiss the options, right? But a perfect type player, the archetype for the player we want is D'Angelo Russell, a big guard
Whoa.
that can play off the
Hey.
ball
Hey.
and play point. Now, he's not productive, right? I don't want D'Angelo Russell, but that's the archetype,
That boy can shoot
right?
though.
A big guard that can defend, play on and off the ball. It's the reason why we keep saying DeJounte Murray's name, a 6'5" guard that can play both positions. Basically, for all the old heads, like for all the old men out there like Sherwin, salute to Sherwin. The player that I think they're talking about is Brian Shaw. Sherwin, you remember Brian Shaw? He used to play with
Man, Brian Shaw. Man, ain't nobody been like Brian Shaw in a minute.
Yeah. Brian Shaw type, a 6'6" combo guard that can put Steve Smith, a 6'6" combo guard, 6'7", 6'8" combo guard that can play both positions. I think that's what y'all are talking about. But the thing is,
Steve
you
Smith,
can't just
Played
trade
for the Knicks, right?
Steve Smith?
No,
No, Brian Shaw.
No, he played for the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, Lakers and Celtics. Yeah.
I remember that dude. Oh yeah, I forgot about that dude, man.
Ronaldo Blackman. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need something like that. I don't, man. It's something. It's just something missing, but we gonna get it. We gonna get it.
Yeah, man.
Treble Vibes, salute, man. Yo, happy holidays to Treble Vibes, man. I ain't
Happy New Year's, guys.
Treble Vibes is in the building. Or we could trade for Tobias Harris and play him at the 2.
Tobias Harris. Now, you know what? That might be nice, but he be back at home on native Long Islander. He might be cool. He might be cool. It might be cool.
Hey, I'm trolling Sherwin. Sherwin. We could trade for Pascal Siakam and place Pascal Siakam at the 3 and move OG Anunoby to the 2.
That's gonna be the New York Toronto Raptors.
They can't even afford Pascal.
I'm trolling Sherwin. Maybe we could put a 240-pound man at the 2 guard. Why not?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Travel salute, man, homeboy.
You'll know that Tibbs will be going over the place, pissed as hell if he has lineups unorganized.
Yeah, man.
Tibbs will be angry.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we was to go out and get these players and everything, and I don't want to switch. I mean, all right, can we rely on Tibbs to take us to the next level? I mean, if we get all these so-called players that we want,
yes. I don't understand how you guys.
Come on, BT. All right, talk to me.
How you guys don't see?
But should that be the question? Like, can Tibbs coach a professional athlete?
Of course he can.
Look what he did with Randle.
Look what he did with the whole team as a defensive identity.
Why he ain't do it for Cam? Was Cam downside or upside? He ain't do it.
My question is, why is everyone hitting on Tibbs when he has shown you through season and season?
I know how you feel about Tibbs, BT.
Hold on, Boulevard. He struggles, yes, but everybody struggles. But he has been productive, and he's done for a team, our team, that hasn't had production in over 20 years, in my eyes. We may have one good season, 2013, and everybody's happy about that. But then you look at everything else, you're like, we did nothing. But in these last 4 years, about to be 5 years with Tibbs, he's given us playoff runs. He's given us everything we need, and he's made adjustments. Even if you look at the Dallas game, he made a heck of a lot of adjustments. How we go on with that 8 minutes left in the game, we're down by 21 points. We came back within 20. We scored 20 points.
I was very proud of that game. Mm-hmm.
We went on a 38 and 18 run, and we came
even
back.
Though we lost.
Mm-hmm. And that last minute, we just lost that energy. And even still,
it was the rebounding. It was that rebounding joint. I ain't like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't like the rebounding because they couldn't catch. They couldn't get the doggone ball, man. I'm like, what's going on?
True, but if you look prior to that, look at all the adjustments that Tibbs was making. Tibbs was making adjustments in the first quarter.
Who was in Tibbs' ear? Who was in Tibbs' ear? Every time you look at the break.
What I'm trying to say is this: every quarter we were down, he found some way to make an adjustment to cut into their lead. Even when they had their biggest deficit of 21 with 8 minutes, we came back within 7 minutes. That's playoff style type coaching. He just didn't have it at the end to hold out and make it for whatever the reason is, and you could blame whoever you want to blame. But as far as a coach, he's made the adjustments, especially against Dallas with Kyrie Irving, where they have a better plus minus when Luka is off the court. And that's because of Grant Williams. So now that they
Yeah,
have Luka off the court, they have a
homosucker.
better plus minus. Kyrie's playing better. Tim Hardaway's playing better. Tibbs is making those adjustments. And when Kyrie would get hot, he found an adjustment for at least a minute or two. You wouldn't hear Kyrie's name, then Kyrie would get hot. You can't stop Kyrie. You can only hope to contain him. So the adjustments that Tibbs did last night throughout the game, always being down, never had a lead, and always fighting and coming back, whether you want to say the refs were calling whatever, he's made the adjustments and proven to us that it's not him.
Okay. Yes,
Y'all
I
need
see
to
you,
start
Diaz.
giving him credit.
I'm not cutting them off, but I just wanted to make my point. Like, I want Tiz to stay and whatnot, but can he get us? Can he get us over the mountaintop? That's all I'm asking and stuff. If
With the
we
right
asking for these
players, I
trades,
think so. With the
all
right
right, but
players, I think so. Because he took a guy like Randle, turned him into an all-star, and he's about to turn Brunson into a future star. So any coach that can take a player that has value and make their value even more, and then do it to another player, that shows great coaching skills. And then have a team go behind them and win and make playoff runs, especially in New York. Oh man, if there was credit
okay,
for you being a coach in New York, man, you actually got the credit you deserve. Tibbs would be like a top 8 coach, 9 coach.
facts. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I'm just saying that all these things, all these players that we asking for or looking to get or try to attain, is he the coach that's going to take us over the top?
Yeah, we can get
And
Bol man and put him at shooting guard, bro.
Bobo,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Come on,
come on, bro.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
Bo.
that. I
Wow,
don't
the
Don't
know
knock
guy
it till you
who
try it,
the
bro.
guy who has more blocks and rebounds than he does points.
Mm.
That's crazy. How you have more blocks than you do points, and you
But
were a star?
you could say the same thing about Mitch, right?
Nah, Mitch got more points than blocks.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I mean, I
but
trust your judgment. I trust your judgment.
because
Because I see,
Mitch has never had a 10 block game, or at least like a 7 block
and
game
I
or
love
something.
Mitch. I
But
love
he's
Mitch,
had
man.
games where he's had games where he's averaged like 9 or 10 points throughout the season. That's all. I'm
Boy.
not saying he can't do it, but I'm just saying that's kind of weird.
One thing
But
that I will say about you, Dre, Freeze, and oh man, I don't want to be disrespectful because I just his name was on the top of my head. Y'all do the numbers. Y'all definitely do the numbers. Y'all do the average. Y'all do everything when it come down to box scoring and everything. The numbers is right there and stuff like that. I will give that up to y'all. See, I'm not a number dude like y'all are, but my eye test, I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, sometimes I look at certain things and I'm saying, nah, he could do better than that. You dig? And stuff like that. So when you saying the certain things that you're saying, I agree with you 110%. But again,
Bully, would you get
no,
Boban and did play him at the 2?
no.
BT, would you get Boban and play? Yo, I'm telling you,
no.
man, those goldfish commercials are hilarious,
No,
bro.
no,
That's
no.
Boban
hilarious.
putting that big
You
ass
wild.
hand in the goldfish bag.
No,
You
no.
better than a cup of coffee, man. I tell you, you
Pull
keep
up the
me
cliff.
up at night. You better than a
Bro,
cup of
why not
coffee.
get Boban and play him at the 2?
No.
Pull up the cliff. Pull up the cliff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just saying
no.
since we getting guys that play one position on any team
Where's the dude
And
with
then
and bring
put
him
him in
Pappy
in and play
another.
him at
man?
another position, why not just go get Boban, bro? Go
Where's
get
the dude
Taco
with the
Fall, bro. Go get Taco Fall and play him
Taco?
at
Oh,
point
come on,
guard.
Taco. Come on, man.
Taco
Oh
Fall and play
man.
him at point guard,
That
man.
dude, bro.
Come on,
Taco
man. Come
Fall.
on.
Oh my
Come on,
lord, that dude's
man.
huge.
Come
Y'all
on.
say that, but yo, people are saying that the backcourt is too small, bro. We need some size in the backcourt.
Wow.
Pause.
Not like that.
Ball, man.
Not
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
where's
pause. Yeah, pause.
Let's get
You might
Taco
as well throw
Fall
that
playing
clip
with
up
the
with
team that should be
with the
brother.
homeboy jumping off the roof. I mean, jumping off the out the plane or off the cliff. Nah, son. Nah,
Eagles got
nah.
time for that.
No, I'm saying 'cause every time because I said because I legit said to y'all, go trade for a shooting guard that was on a championship level team, and y'all was like, nah. But then we talking about putting OG Anunoby at the 2. I mean, I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand the conversation.
Nah. That's
Tyler
what we
Hero
was
played
trying to
shooting
show.
guard for a team that was in the NBA Finals, right? And we legit like, nah, man. I don't know about Tyler Hero, right? But I do know about what I'm saying, going and get Miles Bridges and playing him at
Mm-hmm.
point guard. What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm. But
Oh my
but
god.
that just goes to show you that there's a lot of things I don't know about an organization. And there's a lot of things that even though I'm sitting here saying that may fit, it doesn't fit. So we need to just trust the Knicks judgment and let them do what they've been doing.
Facts.
East
I
Blue
Okay,
agree
Drew
with
so
says,
that.
can
East
we
Blue
get
Drew,
Knox
Let,
and
let,
put him
leave,
as a
leave,
backup
leave,
center?
leave it up to Leon Rose.
wait, hold on. East Blue Drew says, East Blue Drew, thank you for your contribution. Freezy, can we get Knox and put him as backup center?
Who?
Yo, the only way I would do it
Kevin
is if
Knox?
we get Boban and Boban play point guard, bro. Since we going to get guys that play one position for their team and bring him here and play another position,
You see how crazy this sounds? But this is what
That sounds
normal
let's go
fans
get
ridiculous.
have
Tyrese Maxey
conversation.
and play him at center.
Hmm. Not that is gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That
That's
don't even
crazy.
look right.
Not NBA we're talking
Why not
here.
just trade it? Why not just go get the guy that play that position naturally, right?
Well, we can just stick with the team that we got.
Would I trade for Bully and then have Bully fly airplanes? Bully is good at driving other stuff. I ain't gonna say what, but you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But why trade for
Mm-hmm.
Bully and then have him fly helicopters?
Not happening. We gonna crash every day. Every day. Every day we crash.
Bro,
No
that's what I'm
matter how many
saying,
times
man.
we're
Why
gonna
not just
simulate it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not if you need a backup center, why not just trade for a backup center? You know what I'm saying? I understand, but I understand the humor in that though. I understand the humor in that. Right? But why go get DeMar DeRozan and then think he gonna come here and be a shooting guard when that man has not been a shooting guard for 10 years?
Years.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think it's something missing. I just don't know what it is. I don't. It's just something that needs to be shored up.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna
I
say I
mean,
don't think
because if you go positionless, if you want to go positionless, then you gotta have quality depth behind those guys. Right? Because if you want guys to play all 5 positions every night, you got to get depth because guys get hurt doing that. Right? It's like Bully. It's like having stuntmen on set, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how the scene is the hero is running
Mm-hmm.
across a rooftop and he got to
Mm-hmm.
jump the alley from one building to the next. You know
Hold on.
the hero
My
jump
name,
off the roof of
yeah,
one building and jump onto the roof of the next building.
yeah, yeah. My
Soon as
name
they
is
get to
Coach
the edge,
Severs. My name is Coach
they
Severs.
like cut. They like
Yeah, but
cut, and then they bring the stunt man in and do it.
yeah,
And the stunt man got to try it like 10 times before he make it.
yeah. My name is Coach Severs. What was my man name? The Miami
Yeah,
man
Lee
that
Majors.
played
unless
Lee Majors. Yeah,
unless
Coach
your name
Severs.
is Reno Williams, you wouldn't be doing that 10 times. Reno
Right,
Williams
right.
is the only one that does it once.
DSJ, you funny. I see you. But go ahead. Yeah, and I love me some Mary J. Blige. Yes, I do.
Yeah, she ain't better than Keisha Cole though, but we'll.
Hey,
Oh, my sister would agree with you on that
hey.
one. I hope
Oh
you ain't
man,
trolling
you
because I know
wildin'.
people
You're
that agree
wildin'.
with you on
You
that one.
wildin'. You wildin' now. Yo, Uncle Freezy is always on the other side of the spectrum when it comes down to stuff like this.
But you
Stop.
know what? That's what makes good debate though,
Nah,
because
I'm
Yes.
trolling. You know, I said that because y'all know how much I love Mary. I'm joking
You
on
just
that.
joking.
I love
So
memory.
y'all gotta follow. See, y'all, if y'all don't follow me on Twitter, see, if y'all was on Twitter, y'all would have knew that as soon as I said
I don't
that.
have a Twitter account. I don't have a Twitter account. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I was
Corey,
gonna
and
say,
Corey Lee
if
been
y'all was on
begging me to
Twitter with
get
me, y'all
one.
would have knew I was joking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't.
But
I don't
memory is
Twitter like
the
that.
best, man. I know Keisha Cole was close. Well, with how she used to sing, like Mary,
Did you say Keisha
pain.
Cole? Did you say Keisha Cole was close?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
He
He
said Keisha
said,
Cole
"Stop
close
at
to Mary.
5." He did an old school "Stop at 5" on you. He brought it back. Wow,
Ain't nobody got no time for that.
Yeah,
thank you,
JT
Double
said,
J.
yeah, Hero can dribble, rebound, and pass, bro.
Oh man, he with the
Yeah,
Cat Williams.
Yo, but everybody, I gotta get out of here so I gotta do
Yes,
30
sir.
minutes on vibes and stuff
okay.
Yes.
tonight,
Go New
man.
York,
So
go New York,
I'm
go.
gonna get out of here. BT, good
Go New
job
York.
on the hosting.
Thank you
Yes,
for
you
having
did.
me.
Good job,
Thank
all
you,
homeboy.
that.
chat, for being here. Thank you, guys. I hope I
Thank
did
you
a good
guys
job. I
as
want to say
well.
thank
Good
you,
job.
panel, for
Yeah, so
helping.
yeah, so
Jake,
we
Thank
man,
you,
have a
gonna
good
get
Mark.
out
one.
of here, man. I'm gonna go do vibes for a little bit and then
Have
Good
a good
talking to
morning,
y'all,
guys.
lay it
buddies. Have a
down.
great